And after all of that, you would think we would have wrapped the night up, but no, we have one last game to cover. Here today, folks, we are back for our final coverage. The Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Boston Celtics. Let's get to it. And where are we at this point? Are we good? Are we ready to go? Do we still have the energy for more basketball here on a beautiful Sunday night now? It is officially nighttime. We are past the early afternoon. We are past the evening. We are officially on a full night scale of basketball. The 76ers taking on the Celtics down here in Boston, Massachusetts. Folks, we should be in store for a very good one. Unfortunately, Joel Embiid is out as he usually is. I wasn't not even concerned whether or not he plays anymore. But we are back. We are back. Khalil, what's up, Khalil? Appreciate you, Big Rud. Of course, what's up, Big Rud? Justice's dad, my guy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Alyssa Lester as well. Appreciate you, Alyssa. Sons Jen, yes, sir. Remind about the cut. We had to throw, there was other outfits we could have went with, a little bit more professional. I was going to throw on just a regular white top with the black pant. And then I was like, no. Got to remind them. Right? Knicks pull off the blowout victory today against the San Antonio Spurs, third best record in the NBA. But you know what? The New York Knicks don't really care about that. We are on our way. So we had to remind them. Of actually, we do this. This is what we do. This is what we do as the New York Knicks. And as a noted Knicks die-hard fan, die-never fan, as I like to say, right? I'm better than the die-hards. I'm a die-never fan. There's nothing they can do to get me out of here. I have sworn my fandom over to the New York Knicks from this point forward. But as a noted die-never Knicks fan, of course, we have to tune in to two rivals going at it here today. The 76ers taking on the Boston Celtics here in Boston. So it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a fun one. No Joel Embiid, like I said, but of course, we are used to watching the 76ers play without Joel Embiid. It actually would have been more surprising if he played today. So obviously, the 76ers, a little bit of a back foot without their star big man, but they will obviously have Tyrese Maxey, the best player for the away team is usually where we start, and that is, of course, going to be with Tyrese Maxey, who, even with a fully healthy Joel Embiid, to me, is still the best player on this team at this point. He's 25 years old. It feels like just yesterday he was drafted and he was 20. We are 5 seasons into the Tyrese Maxey experience. This is crazy to me. Just said we are studying doing our homework. Appreciate you, Justice Dad. Appreciate you, brother. Sean of a gun, what's up, Sean? I hope they both lose. Absolutely, Sean, absolutely. If it were possible for both of these teams to walk out as losers, boy, oh boy, would I be rooting for that outcome. Either way, I hope it's a good game. I have the other box score, the rest of the NBA slate on here today. The Hawks are giving BTA to the Trailblazers. It's a bad one. The Pistons, well, it's 19. Blazers are fighting back a little bit here. Pistons are locked in a tight one against the Orlando Magic here. That's fun. 4-point lead for the Pistons with 3 minutes to go in the third. Hopefully, Orlando can pull off the upset victory against the... why am I pointing? It's not on the screen. My bad. We got the player graphics up. But the Pistons and Magic locked in the title, and we'll go around the league a little bit. But, of course, we'll try to run down through the pregame here real quick. Grizzlies ended up beating the Pacers. Come on, Indiana. We're going to get some victories here. So let's go ahead. Let's run down it real quick. Normally, we give ourselves about 40 minutes to go through the pregame rundown. Here, we're going to have about 20. Not much to go over in the sense that we know where both of these teams stand. We've talked about everything we wanted to talk about here tonight, so let's run down who's playing, what are we doing, what are we looking at, what are the matchups. Tyrese Maxey, the number one guy, he's going to get chased around by a plethora of defenders here for the Boston Celtics. Derek White will get the start on him, but they'll have Pritchard chasing him. They'll have Brown on him. They'll have Hugo Gonzalez chasing him. They'll throw Jordan Walsh on him. They'll throw some Baylor Shireman on him as well. He's going to be guarded by 5 or 6 different defenders here tonight for a multitude of possessions up and down the court. So it'll be a fun one to watch Tyrese Maxey navigate that kind of pressure without his all-star co-star in Joel Embiid out there. And, of course, no Paul George, who's still serving the 25-game suspension. Crandon, what's up, Crandon? What a great day for us today, Sheffy. Knicks and Wolves win. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2 really good wins, too, Crandon. Like the Knicks dominating the Spurs, and the Timberwolves, for the most part, I wouldn't say dominating the Nuggets, but for the most part, held control of that game for majority of it. Really solid win for the Timberwolves as well. Looked really impressive against the Nuggets team. It's kind of struggling a little bit, but absolutely took control of that game and never really relinquished after they did. Tyrese Maxey, 29 a game, 4.2 boards, 6.9 assists. As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure how accurate these stats are. They're close to this. He's hovering around 29. He's hovering around 7 assists. That's kind of where he's at. It's one of my favorite stats to look at, the turnovers, especially for high-volume players, and especially high-volume guards, because we've had Detroit fans come in here and be like, well, Cade handles the ball a lot. Yeah, well, no kidding. So does Tyrese Maxey. So does Jaylen Brunson. So does SGA. And guess what? All 3 of those guys are very low turnover guards. It doesn't mean just because high usage and high volume does not mean you are allowed to turn the ball over more than 3.5 times. Get that under 3.5 at least under 3.5, which is already a low bar to set in that regard. But Tyrese Maxey, one of my favorite players in the league to watch. Boy, oh boy, does he play like a guy who truly loves basketball. And I feel like sometimes you watch a guy and you're like, yeah, he's supremely talented, but I don't know if he loves basketball. I think he really likes basketball, which is fine. But just watching Tyrese Maxey play ball, I could tell that kid loves basketball. And as one lover of basketball to another, I could appreciate that, right? I could appreciate that at a high level. Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is out. Oblique injury, not a knee thing, although maybe they're just kind of covering up the knee management thing, but I don't think they have to. So he's out with an oblique injury, which is not good. A leg injury, that's not what you want to see from Joel Embiid, as we're winding down to about 20 games to go here in the regular season. Injury management stuff, if he's not feeling 90% or better, he's not playing. Especially during the regular season here, where they're actually really good and are in a decent position at 33 and 26 to make the top 6 and stay out of the play-in situation. Philly doesn't need to push Joel Embiid at this point in the season, even though we are 20 games away from the playoff run, because it's obviously more important to have as healthy of a Joel Embiid as you possibly could for the playoff run. We will see. He's kind of been in and out of the lineup all season long. We'll see if he could survive 3 rounds of the playoffs, let alone 4. Right? We'll see. Paul George is serving his 25-game suspension. I don't know when he's due back, but he is still out. He'll be back toward the end of the regular season here as we approach the playoff run. So he'll be able to get back with the team and start to build some chemistry and some rhythm again. VJ Edgecombe steps into the second star role here. And honestly, he's kind of been capable of doing so. 15 point, he's a rookie. He's going to make his mistakes, but 15.1 points per game, 5 boards, 4 assists is solid. More than solid. Much more than solid. Excellent for a rookie. And the percentages not too shabby either. About 42, 43% from the field. Over 35% from 3-point range is excellent to see for VJ Edgecombe, especially for a guy coming out of college who we knew was a high-level athlete, great cutter, great finisher around the rim, which, by the way, he's struggling to finish in the NBA right now. That's just a 20-year-old kid learning how to finish amongst the trees. It happens. Anthony Edwards, early in his career, was also struggling to finish at the rim. It'll get there for VJ Edgecombe. He'll figure it out. It's just working the angles, working the timing, and working the balance as he grows older into his body and becomes stronger. I'm not worried about his finishing around the rim whatsoever. What is most surprising about VJ Edgecombe's game is the 3-point shooting. He came into the league knowing that he was a slasher and a finisher, and so far in his rookie year, he's shown, the jump shot is good, man. He's got the goods with the jump shot. Obviously, it still has some work to be done and some growing to do, but already a over 35% 3-point shooter from 3 as a rookie for a guy where the expectation was his biggest weakness was going to be his perimeter game. Boy, oh boy, has he just shut all of that talk up. If it wasn't for the exceptional record-breaking season that Con Knippel was having and the incredible, to be expected from the number 1 overall pick, incredible season that all-around season that Cooper Flagg is having, VJ Edgecombe, like usual, would be this is usually more than enough to win the Rookie of the Year award. But when you're in a class with a generationally talented player in Cooper Flagg and a guy who's having an outlier rookie three-point shooting season, although we'll see. He may be the benchmark at this point forward. He may start challenging Steph Curry for best three-point shooter. I don't think he could do that because he doesn't have the off-the-dribble game that Steph Curry does, but we'll see as his career continues to develop for Constantinople. Sky's the limit for that kid as well, but he is kind of solidly in third for Rookie of the Year, and to be honest, it is not because of him playing poorly or not playing well enough to win that award, because he has been dang good for the 76ers team and very, very much part of the reason as to why they're in the situation that they are in the standings, being at 33-26 and in the top 6 of the East. Quinn Grimes is definitely one of the better sixth men in the NBA. 13-4-4. We'll round up for him. 13-4-4 is great for a guy coming off the bench. Shoots it well enough from three. Finishes well enough in the out on the field. And overall, has been solid. James Houlihan, what's up, James? Let's go Boston, beat the Sixers. It really doesn't matter to me. As a Knicks fan, it would benefit my Knicks if the Celtics ended up losing. So I guess I'll root for the 76ers. But honestly, again, like always, as long as the Knicks aren't playing, I just want as good of a basketball game as we can get. Quinn Grimes is solid offensively, solid defensively, and because of that is overall one of the best six men in the NBA for sure. He can be a little hot and cold, it can be a little erratic, but for the most part, you can kind of count on him to at least bring the energy and the effort. Cortland Hall, what's up, Cortland? Kelly Oubre, since coming back from the injury, has been fantastic for this team. He's kind of give them everything they've needed to get. The three-point shooting is fine. The finishing in the paint has been spectacular this year for him. Now at 30 years old, man, oh man, I remember when he came in with the Washington Wizards, and it felt a little bit like he was leaning towards bust area, but he has managed to not just revive his career, and he was a young player still learning his way, but has really, really grown into one of the better, wing players in the league, wing role players in the league. He's kind of erratic from three-point range. He can kind of be erratic with his finishing of the paint and his turnovers in terms of his decision-making, but overall, he's an excellent player. Excellent role player to have on your team. He really helps you win basketball games. Jeff Brown, what's up, Jeff? Jeff, what happens in the Nets game? Hold on, let me see. I forgot the Nets played. Did they win? They did pull it off, 106-102. Sure. Shout out to that. Shout out to the Cavs. Shoken, what's up, Shoken? Knicks aren't going nowhere, bro. Go Celtics. We will see, Shoken. We will see. Ben Zeno said, too bad McCain didn't work out in Philly. I mean, he could have if they had just trusted the process. Funnily enough, 76ers didn't trust the process with Jared McCain and ended up giving up on him to give him an opportunity to get more playing time. But they gave him to a team that's deeper than the 76ers, and yet that team is still finding ways to give him minutes. It just does not make sense. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Justin Edwards is no longer part of their rotation. Last year, he kind of cemented himself as a part of the rotation, got the opportunity this year and did not show out for it. Under 35% from three-point range for a guy who's supposed to be 3-and-D. Was not having a very good season. He's still only 22 years old out of Kentucky, but we'll see if he's going to be given another chance, whether it's with the 76ers or with another team. Same with the Dembona. Dembona actually won out his rotation spot over Andre Drummond. He is the true blue backup center for this team. So much so that Andre Drummond will likely get the start here today so that can keep Bona in the same role of coming off the bench for when Joel Embiid returns. Kevin Hurd, what's up, Kev? Cool fit, yes, sir. We had to make sure we showed off our in-season NBA Cup championship for our New York Knicks. Had to make sure. Celtics cross? Yes, sir, brother. We will see. We get over to Andre Drummond, who will get the start at center today, although he is not normally a part of their rotation anymore, as Dembona has won out those minutes with his effort, his energy, and his rim protection, a classic rum-running big. And Andre Drummond at 32 years old, kind of slowing down overall. I will say my favorite development in the NBA overall is who the heck told Andre Drummond who could shoot threes? Who taught him how to do it? Who told him he was capable of doing it? Who gave him permission? Who gave him the green light? Boy, oh boy, is it a bit fun to watch Andre Drummond actually shoot threes this season. Shooting at 36%, he was closer to 40% earlier in the year, but at 36% even now is still pretty impressive for a guy who has not been a three-point shooter literally any other season in his career. Kevin Hurth, appreciate you for that. Crandon, what's up, Crandon? El Jefe, yes sir. Rose Pierre, what's up, Robes? He said Shaq told him. Yeah, I'm sure. Dominic Barlow was a two-way guy who played so well for them as the starting power forward to start the year and has played really well in these kind of spot starts, but has kind of cemented himself as a part of their rotation. He's just a really good energy big with a lot of interesting skills to continue to develop at 22 years old. Dominic Barlow playing really well for them, playing very well for Philadelphia. Yeah, he was originally on a two-way deal and played so well that they actually signed him to a regular and standard NBA contract. That's how well he was playing. So Dominic Barlow, really good, really important player for this 76ers team with his energy, his effort, his defense, his versatility, all of the things that some of the other guys can't necessarily provide. Cortland Hall reminding people to like button. Appreciate you, Cortland. Appreciate you, absolutely. If you guys are enjoying the show, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Like the stream. We should be tipping off the game in about another 5 minutes or so. So let's run down the Boston Celtics. Not too much to cover with the Celtics because they play so many players on their team. I really just want to go down their more important players, like obviously Jaylen Brown, the best player on the team. 29, 7, about 5 assists. By far the best season of his career. It's going to be interesting to see what the dynamic is like next season when Jason Tatum fully returns to what hopefully is 100% back Jason Tatum, because the basketball world should have good basketball players like Jason Tatum. I'd love to see it. 48% from the field, 35% from three-point range. He's been playing very, very well as of late. He does turn the ball over quite a bit. 3.6 turnovers, but I will say it's really impressive for him to tick up his usage and his shot attempts while also keeping up his percentages. 3-point percentage dipping a little bit, hovering around 35, which is fine for a guy like him who doesn't get a ton of open looks. But he's been phenomenal. He's in the conversation for MVP. He's not going to win the MVP, nor do I think he's really top 5, but he's kind of in that conversation. So shout out to Jaylen Brown for a career season this year at 29 years old, stepping his game up in the absence of Jason Tatum. Derek White, the second most important player on this team, maybe even the most important player on this team with all of the versatility and the intangibles that he brings to the squad. I mean, we can look at the counting stats and the efficiency, which is not very good so far this year, but my goodness, all the extra things he does, the defense he plays, and the way he covers up a bunch of holes to what could have been a sinking ship for Boston this year. Derek White has kind of stepped into this role of just like, oh, I'll do everything. I'll do everything, whatever we need. Playmaking, scoring, spreading the court from 3, being a downhill driver to collapse the defense and kick it out, to three-point shooters, being a rim protector, being a point of attack defender. It does not matter. Derek White is stepping into that role and excelling at it. Ozahar, what's up, Ozahar? Obviously, the percentages are not great this year, but they should pick back up with the influx of Jason Tatum at some point, right? Christian Blaze, what's up, Christian? He's top 10 in blocks in the league, only guard in the top 10. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous the things that Derek White has done and continues to do. Nikola Vucevic, Big Vooch, 15.6 points, 9 boards, coming over from the Chicago Bulls in a trade for Anthony Simons. They needed a little bit more size. They needed another center they can go to outside of Keita. Otherwise, they played extremely small and just tried to outrun teams at times. Got them into a little bit of trouble, and so they went out there and they got themselves another big. They also wanted to go out and get a big who can kind of replicate the play style that they wanted to play last year in terms of 5-out offense. Vooch can shoot the 3, about 37, 38% from three-point range this year for Vooch. Good, solid big man, even though he really struggles defensively at times and can maybe get picked on come playoff time. We will see how this trade ends up working out for the Celtics, if he can kind of fit in with their defense and they can hide him a little bit, or if he's going to really struggle in that regard. I think they overlooked the defensive impact that guys like Horford and Porzingis could have while still being able to stretch the court. And they're kind of hoping Vooch can figure it out defensively for them in their system to provide a similar level of value. Peyton Pritchard now comes off the bench for them. Before he was the starter, but now comes off the bench because they lost Anthony Simon in the trade for Vooch. And so they needed another backup guard with ball handling capabilities, and so Peyton Pritchard, back to the bench you go. There's more a natural role for him anyway. He's not really a starting point guard, even though he's capable of doing it at a high level, but not really a guy who you could look to maybe even compete for a championship as the starting point guard. But he's back to being sixth man, which I think is the best spot for him to be at, and has been really effective for the Celtics. He can come into the game and not have to worry about, I got to make sure White gets going, I got to make sure Brown gets going, and it's just, no. When Peyton Pritchard comes to the game, ball's in his hands, you make the decisions, you look for your shots, you go three-point shot hunting, right? So he's been very good in that regard, back to what he usually does. Kevin said, I was so happy they got rid of Kristaps and grabbed Vooch. We'll see how it works out for them. Obviously, the Porzingis thing the Porzingis experience had to end because he just is never healthy to play. So that had to go. That had to go. Whether he's better for the team or not, it does not matter because he's really not ever available to play. Now that's the Golden State Warriors' problem. Sam Hauser, knockdown three-point shooter. Similar to a game we watched earlier where the Knicks took on the San Antonio Spurs. The kind of player you just kind of want to run off the three-point line. He's not great when he has to be inside the three-point line and make extra decisions. So your best chance of guarding him is to, one, first of all, not give him any space to get three-point shots up or think about getting three-point shots up. But two, if you are caught in rotation and he does get an open look, you got to chase him down. You got to run him off the line as best as you can and deter him from taking any kind of threes. He is an over 40% three-point shooter, and he's got limitless range. So you got to run him off the line. Neemias Queta, he was one of my favorite players last year. Was really surprised they never really gave him an opportunity to play at all. I actually thought he would have been really good for them in the playoff series against the Knicks. So shout out to Joe Mazzulla and the Boston Celtics not playing him. Although he did come into the year and he has just been flat out better than he was last year. Although he was really solid last year, he has developed into one of the best rim protecting, rim running big men in the NBA. Really underrated right now. 10 points, 8 boards. 1.3 blocks, but does a really good job of just kind of walling off the paint, going vertical, forcing teams to miss shots, snagging rebounds, getting his team out and running. A true blue backbone of a defense here for the Boston Celtics, and a development that they desperately needed because for Kawhi, who's kind of the only big man on the roster. Jordan Walsh, this is the last guy we're going to cover here, had a really breakout moment here for the Celtics, although he is now kind of relegated back to only a handful of minutes a night, which is why he ended up getting a player graphic. But other guys we should have been able to mention that should get player graphics, especially come playoff time. We'll have updated player graphics for everybody to make sure we include the rotations that they've kind of settled into as the regular season's gone on. But shout out the other guys, Jordan Walsh, Hugo Gonzalez, Baylor Shireman, all three of those guys, incredibly important developments for the Celtics this season. Where coming into the year, you weren't sure if any of those guys were going to be able to be a part of your rotation, and now we are at a point where those guys are indispensable to the Celtics rotation and part of the identity that they built this year, especially defensively. So shout out those guys. Shout out those guys who will get player graphics at some point. But for now, that's going to end it right there. And you see, we got it smaller. We had a smaller amount of time to get through our pregame rundowns, but we got through our pregame rundowns nonetheless. Now, let's also go around the league a little bit. It looks like Detroit's pulling away from Orlando here. Come on, Orlando. Come on, Orlando. Show me something. Show me some fight. Get back into this one. And we talked about it earlier, but the Hawks are just absolutely trouncing the Blazers here. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's not waste any time. Let's make sure we're set up. Let's set up the game cast, and let's do it. Sean edits. What's up, Sean? Jordan Walsh looks exactly like Charlie Villanueva. Well, they have the same, I don't know what it is. They are bald for the same reason, I believe. I could be wrong about that. Absolutely double check that. But they have the same condition. Foong Pei, what's up, Foong Pei? Slap your like because you can name 3 players who dribble off to the side before a free throw. Kev said, yeah, I gotta give us props, though, because we really shining with players a year ago, only came in a few threes. I mean, the development of a lot of year-old guys have been phenomenal. It's been absolutely phenomenal. I give the Celtics a ton of credit. Oubre knocks down the floater as the 76ers did win the tip, and Oubre comes across the lane and knocks down a floater. All right, let's get into it. Derek White bringing it down to get over to Jaylen Brown. They get over to Neemias Queta. Queta gets it over to Shireman. Shireman on the right wing, being guarded by Oubre. Gets it over to Derek White. Derek White up top being chased by Edgecombe. Swings back out to Shireman. A deep right wing 3 for Shireman. He can't get it to go. Andre Drummond secures the rebound. Here comes Tyrese Maxey bringing it down. Maxey has it up top, being guarded by Shireman. Coming to his left. Pull up 3 for Tyrese Maxey. Got it to go. It's a 5-0 start for Philadelphia. And Jaylen Brown has it on the left wing, being guarded by Barlow. Interesting matchup for the 76ers. They got Barlow, the bigger, longer defender, but maybe not as laterally quick to stay in front of Brown, although Brown's not the quickest player in the league, so maybe a good matchup for the 76ers. Just interesting that they didn't start Oubre on him. Andre Drummond hedges out hard on Hauser, knocks the ball loose. They swing it out to Derek White on the recovery. Derek White has to put it up with the shot clock winding down. Great defense by Edgecombe, but the rebound gets knocked over to Derek White, who throws a lob up top to Queta, who guides it through the rim on a big two-handed alley-oop slam, and possibly got fouled by Barlow, but no call was made. So now here come the Sixers looking for a response. They get it over to Edgecombe, who has it up top, being guarded by Brown. Edgecombe calling at a set, wants to run the pick and roll with Maxey, pull up three for Edgecombe, rattles it in for VJ Edgecombe. It could be one of those nights for Philadelphia. We've covered a multitude of Philadelphia 76ers games this season, and every now and again they have these kind of nights where they just can't miss. Brown down the lane, kicks it over to Queta, kicks it out to an open Hauser, and Hauser responds for a three. But we've also covered a multitude of Celtics games where they also can't miss from three, so this could be an absolute haymaker of a swinging match. Here comes Tyrese Maxey bringing it down, being guarded by Shireman. Maxey dancing with it, crosses over to his right, pulls it back, double step back on Shireman. Can't get it to go, but he generated a wide open look for himself. And Jaylen Brown slaps the rebound to himself, so he'll bring it down. Here comes Jaylen Brown, who has it up top, being guarded by Barlow. Bringing it down, dancing with it up top. Step back, pump fake, swings it over to White. White gets it over to Shireman. Shireman coming to his right. They leave him open from three, so he fires it. He can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Edgecombe knocks it loose, but right to Queta, who gets the layup and the foul over Oubre. And the 76ers struggling the rebound to start the game. O's hard. Embiid playing. Embiid is out. This is the starting lineup for the 76ers today. As you can see, Andre Drummond is in for the injured Joel Embiid. Sean Edit said, yeah, alopecia. Don't have people looking alike, so that's interesting. Queta knocks down his and one free throw. Kevin said, I like your breakdown, though. Haven't seen anybody do that. Appreciate you, Kev. Appreciate you. We usually go live half hour before the game, but because this is our third game here tonight, we've kind of talked about and covered all three games a little bit, so a little bit less time, ran down the pregame a lot quicker. Maxey with a step-back mid-range jumper, a lot quicker than usual. Usually we'll spend a lot more time talking about teams and their rotations and their players. They kick it up top to Queta. Queta has it up top. Good ball denial from the 76ers. They swing it out to Hauser, coming to his left off the screen, puts up the three over Oubre, can't get it to go. Barlow secures the defensive rebound. 76ers struggling to defensive rebound right now, but Barlow picks that one up. Here comes Maxey pushing it the other way. A 2-point lead for the 76ers. Maxey swings it out to Edgecombe. He's going to fire up a three, no hesitation. In and out, halfway down, but he can't get it to stay. And now here comes Derek White, who has it up top being guarded by Barlow. They get it over to Brown, quickly attacking Edgecombe off the bounce. Stops, turns, spins in the paint, puts up the little push shot with the right hand. Can't get it to go. But a late foul call, but indeed a correct call, will send Jaylen Brown to the foul line for two. Got fouled by Edgecombe. James Houlihan said, let's go Boston, beat the Sixers. Should be a fun game at least. At the very least, I want a good fun game. Brown's at the foul line for two. Crandon said, hopefully the stream, we don't get any more of the wall takes. I don't know what that means. What are the wall takes? Brown knocks down his first free throw. He's got another one coming. Brown gets both free throws. 8:30 to go. We're tied at 10. Both teams going back and forth here. Maxey bringing it down against Shireman. Maxey hands it off to Oubre. Attacking to his left against Derek White. Down the lane, gets stripped by Derek White. I don't know if that's what I would want to do if I'm Oubre the 76ers, is to attack Derek White off the bounce like that. They go over to Brown, extra pass to Shireman. He's 0 for 2 from 3. Now make that 0 for 3 from straight away. Oubre, Barlow with the rebound. Here comes Maxey. Maxey on the right side of the court, picked up by Derek White. Backing down Derek White. Stops, turns, spins, fall away, mid-range jumper for Maxey. Can't get it to go. I don't love the 76ers game plan of going one-on-one against Derek White here. At least run some offense. Shireman down the lane, kicks it out to Jaylen Brown for a left wing three. He can't get it to go. Neemias Queta skies for the rebound. Can't get the put back. Look like blocked by Andre Drummond. Edgecombe picks up the loose ball rebound. He's swinging through down the lane. Scoop lay with the right hand. Got it to go for VJ Edgecombe as bodies hit the floor. What a finish from the rookie. 7:40 to go. Derek White bringing it down, picked up by Edgecombe. White gets it over to Hauser. Hauser kicks it out to White. White to pull up three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Queta skies for another offensive rebound. Ball went right to him. And then Oubre knocks the rebound out of bounds. Knocks the pass out of bounds. Angel A1 Droman. What's up, Angel? 3 for 3. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Crandon said, talking about those weird takes from boys like we had earlier. Oh, from the bots. Oh, yes. The bots. The bots. Hauser lines up a left wing three, wide open, can't get it to go. Oubre with the rebound. Kicks it over to Maxey. Maxey bringing it down. Hit ahead to Edgecombe. Edgecombe pushing it the other way. Misses the lefty layup. Gets his own up into the rebound. Tries to get the putback. Falls to the floor, maybe looking for a foul call. Puts his hand up in the air, saying maybe my bad. Forced it a little bit. Here comes Brown pushing it the other way. Head down to the rim. Two-handed slam for Jaylen Brown. Blowing right past Kelly Oubre. And we're tied at 12. 6:50 to go. Quickly approaching the halfway point. Maxey has it up top. Maxey being guarded by Shireman. Coming to his left off the Drummond screen. Down the lane, scoop layup with the right hand. Got blocked by Keita? Or was there a foul call? Barlow got the putback. It is a putback by Barlow, and the foul is going to send Barlow to the foul line for an extra free throw here. I wasn't sure if the foul was on the Maxey layup attempt or for the Barlow putback attempt. It was on the Barlow putback, so Barlow gets the layup and the foul, and we're going to get our first timeout of the game here. Crandon said two very jump shot heavy teams. Yeah. True. Very true. Oubre really kind of the true slasher here for the 76ers. Edgecombe can be a slasher, but like we talked about in the pregame, not finishing well in his rookie season, which happens to most rookies, especially smaller guard rookies like him, off guard. He's 6'4", I believe, as an off guard, 6'4", 6'5"-ish, 6'4"-ish, right? Even though he can jump out of the gym, still has to learn the angles and the proper speed to attack in order to finish around the basket at a high level. But Maxey definitely settles for a lot of jump shots. Same with Oubre, who's a slasher. Even Drummond is settling for jump shots. And we know the Celtics, under the Joe Mazzulla era, loves to take three-point attempts. It's the ethos of their team. Ozahar said, where are they playing? They are playing in Boston. They are in TD Arena. Daniel Dash, what's up, Daniel? This game is very late for the East Coast matchup. Yes, it is an 8 p.m. start time. Not very late. That's kind of usually the time, around the time these games start. But it is a primetime game, so 8 o'clock start time here in the East Coast. Ozahar, go Sixers. You got people rooting for both sides here tonight. I love it. It's going to be interesting what happens when we see the 76ers go to their bench. You're going to have Grimes. Normally you would have Jared McCain, but they just decided to punt away on him and give him away for nothing. For whatever reason, they decided to do that. Doesn't make a ton of sense to me. I get the money thing, but still. Crandon said, at least it's not the Lakers game at 10 p.m. Yeah. Part of the reason why the Lakers are on the ban list, they're a West Coast team for me, who's stationed here on the East Coast, so their games start late. And also, it's not very fun watching Luka Doncic play basketball this year. So, Hawks absolutely trouncing the Blazers here. My goodness. The Pistons are pulling away from the Magic, 99-90, with 2:40 to go. Now at 101-90. Come on, Orlando. Tons gen free throw merchants, absolutely. The Los Angeles Lakers. They should rename them to the Los Angeles Merchants. Instead of the Merchant of Death, or the Merchant of the Foul Bait. My goodness. Whiny babies. True. Luka Doncic is one of the whiniest baby I've ever seen in the NBA. My goodness. Just that the 76ers are going to the one and only campaign. They do. I forgot they have campaign out there. True. The Thunder are playing the Mavs, so even though Jared McCain is no longer on the 76ers, he's still in action here tonight. Henrik Huckleberry with the Henrik. Go Celtics. As a career man, I worry about my safety in public with the current administration in the White House. I'm rooting for you, brother. It is getting scary out there, but I think you'll be all right, brother. Crandon said if it's one player I hate watching play ball, it's Luka. He makes me sick, disgraceful. It sucks because he's so supremely talented, and yet he does the things that he does. It is just not fun to watch, man. It's just not fun to watch. All right, here we go. We're getting back into it. And Barlow knocks down his and one free throw, so it's 15-12 after the put back, and foul. Pritchard is in the game now, along with Vucevic. Vooch on the left wing, they get it over to Brown. Brown attacking to his right, down the lane against Barlow. Can't get the layup to go. Good defense from Barlow. Ball knocked loose. Brown picks it up, but he was out of bounds when the ball fell on him. He tried to quickly hop inbounds, but he couldn't get there in time, and the ball will go back to the 76ers. Holding on to a 3-point lead as we now approach the halfway point. Suns Gen said, let him have 40 and everything around him crumble. Maxey has it up top, attacking to his left. Swings through down the lane, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. But Drummond right there for the offensive rebound and putback. And he gets fouled. A silly foul from the Celtics. Who's that, on Vooch? Silly foul from Vooch. My goodness. Your beast, Roy. What's up, Roy? Shout out to you, Roy. Shout out to you. Andre Drummond does knock down his and one free throw as well. So back-to-back and one offensive possessions for the 76ers puts them up by 6. Pritchard has it on the left wing to get it out to Vooch. Vooch swings it over to Brown. Brown pump fakes, attacking to his left along the baseline, and gets slapped in the face by Barlow. Barlow, a little upset or frustrated at the situation. I don't even think at the foul call. Just kind of inadvertently made contact with his face, pleading his case to the official. Your Boogie Troy said, crazy, you actually rocked that pretty well. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Payne Pritchard has it up top to get over to Hauser, curling off a screen, wide open for 3. He can't get it to go, though. And 3 76ers collide for the rebound, and they knock it out of bounds. And Andre Drummond, looking at his teammates, like, I got it. I got it. I'm the center. I'm the cleanup man. I got it. So the Boston Celtics will retain possession, 14 on their clock. They get it in the Vooch. Vooch up top, hands it off to Brown. Brown being chased by Barlow. Crosses over to his right. Hesitation moves, spins to his left, slips, kicks it out to Hauser, attacking to his left down the lane, kicks it out to Vucevic. Open 3. Maxey rotates well to try to close out to him, but the 7-foot Vucevic did not care as he knocks down the left corner 3. Here comes Maxey bringing it down the other way. They get it over to Edgecombe. Edgecombe gets it over to Oubre. Oubre on the right wing being guarded by Brown. Back up top to Maxey. They swing it over to Barlow. Hands it off to Maxey. Coming to his left. Double step back. Left wing 3 for Maxey. Rattles it in. One of the most dangerous developments for Tyrese Maxey was him being allowed to team up and practice with James Harden, learning that double step back 3. Maybe would have learned it anyway, but expedited the learning process. A step back for Payne Pritchard on the left wing. He can't respond. Andre Drummond secures the rebound. Here comes Maxey with the 6-point lead, 21-15. Under 5 to go here. Maxey coming to his left off a high Drummond screen. Heroes down the lane. Swings through with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Drummond grab the offensive rebound, but they wave it off, and they say he pushed off on Hauser. Loose ball rebound foul on Andre Drummond, and the ball will go back to the Celtics. 4:42 to go. George Estoque or Jorge. What's up, Jorge? Or George. Let's beat the Celtics. I'm not a 76ers fan, but let's do it. Let's do it. As a Knicks fan, I'm with you. I'm with you. Payne Pritchard has it up top, being guarded by Grimes. Coming to his left, off a high Brown screen. Barlow switches on to Pritchard. Now they get it over to Brown, being guarded by Grimes. Mid-range fall-away jumper, off the back rim, can't get it to go. Everybody's skying for the rebound. The ball's knocked loose. And I think that Bona picks up the rebound, who's now in for Drummond, gets it over to Maxey. Maxey quickly driving it down. Ball knocked out of his hand, spins. Leaves it off for Barlow. Barlow swings through down the lane, spins to his left. Lefty flip shot, can't get it to go. Bona, the offensive rebound, goes up and gets the putback over Vooch for a Bona. And a timeout for the Boston Celtics as they now go down by 7. Or 8. I'm sorry, 8. I can't do math. 23-15, 8-point lead for the Philadelphia 76ers over Boston here. Boston struggling offensively. They only have 15 points with 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Cranen said Bulls went full stupid with the trade at the deadline. I like what the Bulls did, actually. They at least finally picked a direction. I didn't like the trades that they made, but I like the fact that they actually picked a direction. For too long, they were just stuck in the middle with DeRozan, Levine, and Vooch. They finally moved off all 3 of them. They didn't really get value outside of Anthony Simons. That was it. That's definitely not enough. But at least they finally picked a direction. They're tanking. Hopefully they get a good draft pick and they can start from the beginning again. Get a good young player and start the rebuild. Cranston Bulls won the world record for way too many point guards on the same team. Yeah, it's a weird mishmash of guys. I wish they could have made a couple of more trades to make more sense of their roster, but they're in a position where they could play whoever they want because one, they're not really looking to win basketball games, and two, they're in talent acquisition mode. So whatever position you play, if you are a talented player, come play for the Chicago Bulls, and we can see if there's some value in you, like a Jaden Ivey, like maybe an Anthony Simons, who we know is good, but they're probably going to look to flip him at some point. East Bay Verge, what's up, East Bay? CJ Trent, what's up, CJ? Twilson, what's up, Twilson? Kevin said, I was lost and hurt losing Simons. I hope it pays off. Yeah, I heard a lot of Celtics fans with the same sentiment of like, man, I actually really grew to love Anthony Simons. So we'll see. We'll see. I've never been very high on Nikola Vucevic. I understand why the Celtics made the trade. They wanted to move off of Simons at the deadline. That was always the plan, it seemed like, from the moment they acquired him. But, you know, it's always going to hurt, especially when you fall in love with the guy. It's always going to hurt to see them go. Kevin said, who is your team, Chef? We follow the Knicks very heavily here, Kev. Now, I love basketball. Basketball is a true blue love of mine, but the team I love the most is the Knicks. So I have the capability of watching other teams play basketball and really enjoying it, right? So the Celtics and the 76ers are both rivals of my favorite team, the Knicks, which, by the way, we are repping in full force here right now. Right? They're both rivals, but I don't really care who wins this game here today, even though it would benefit my Knicks to have the Celtics lose. I'm down if the Celtics are able to pull off a fun, entertaining victory over the 76ers. Don't really matter to me. Let the chips lie where they may. May the best team come out of it. I'm here for a good time. I'm here for a good game. Kev said, ain't gonna lie, Vooch, like literally a step up from Porzingis, so I didn't understand the trade at first. He allows them to go back to playing that traditional very untraditional version of a 5-out offense, which they got very accustomed to doing with Horford. Had the privilege of doing with Horford and Porzingis. I think the difference is that Horford and Porzingis add to your defensive versatility while Vucevic pulls it away. So we'll see how it works out, Vucevic's integration here on the team, especially as he gets more involved in their offense. Him coming off the bench is interesting. I thought for sure he would be a starter, but no, actually I didn't, because I want Kata to continue to start. Jordan Walsh misses the layup. Bona maybe got a piece of it. Vooch can't get the putback, and then Barlow cleans it up with the rebound. Maxey dancing with it on the left wing, being guarded by Pritchard. Coming to his left, spins to his right, down the lane, leans in, throws up the floater, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Bona tries to tip it up and in, but it's a foul, and they call it a foul on the floor. No shot attempt for Bona, so no free throws. CJ Trent and my Hornets say, go Philly. You know what sucks, CJ? You know what sucks about your situation with Charlotte for the rest of the league, not for you, is that you are going to end up in either the 7 or the 8 seed, whatever it happens. You're probably going to end up in the playoffs. You're going to win your whatever play-in games you need to win because you guys have been great so far. Hopefully you guys remain healthy. I'm rooting for it because more good basketball teams mean more good basketball. But you're going to end up playing either the 1 or the 2 seed, which hopefully is not the Knicks. Whoever you play in the first round, hopefully is not the Knicks. Because I'm not trying to see one of the better basketball teams in the league figure it out against the Knicks. Again, the way the Knicks had to play against the figuring it out Detroit Pistons last year. I'm good on that. But Jordan Walsh knocked the pass out of bounds. So now the 76ers have inbounded again. They get it in the Maxey, shot clock winding down, coming to his right, pump fakes, now puts up the fall away 3, he can't get it to go. Maxey settling for a lot of tough shots today, some really good defense from the Celtics. Here comes Jaylen Brown on the right wing, picked up by Barlow again. Brown dancing with it, crosses over to his left, steps back, they show double team, they kick it out the Wash. They run him off the 3-point line, not good defense in my opinion, but now he throws up a contested floater, can't get it to go. Bona, good box out and rebound over Kata. Here comes Tyrese Maxey, quick crossover to his left, blows by Brown, gets it over to Bona, under the rim, reverse layup, got it to go. I love the energy of Dem Bona bringing to this game right now as Philly goes up by 10, 25-15, just under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Payne Pritchard has it on the left wing, being guarded by Oubre, coming to his right, crossing over to his left, rejecting the screen, now pocket pass to Kata rolling down, kicks it back out to Brown. Brown coming to his left. Now crossing over to his right on Barlow. Spins, throws up the contested floater, banks it in somehow. Threw up a prayer, and it was answered. I think it was mostly looking for a foul call. He didn't get it, but he did get the basket. Oubre on the right wing being guarded by Pritchard. Directing traffic. Bullet pass inside to Barlow. It's the pump fake. Can't get the layup to go. He was looking for a foul call. Brother, you just got it finished out on the left side of the rim. Don't bring it to the side. Keita's on. Great defense from Keita. Brown leaves it off for Keita to reward the big man. He smokes the layup, grabs his own offensive rebound, and gets the putback. Oh, no, they wave it off because it was indeed a travel, I think they're saying. Oh, no, now they're saying it was a foul and one. What is the call? Okay, he got fouled by Bona because he got smacked in the face. So Bona's arguing that the foul's on the floor. Which it is. They're just in the bonus, so Keita's at the foul line for 2. Gotcha. So Keita knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Christian Blaze with the Blaze. Vooch was about 8 million cheaper than Simons, and getting a big balances the team before Tatum's comeback. Yeah, it does. It does. We'll see if Vooch is the right guy to go after. I think it was a good value play for the Celtics. We'll see if it works out for them this season, but I also think it's a good value play for them moving forward. Quentin Grimes, a pull-up 3 off the screen, can't get it to go. After Keita knocked down both free throws, it's back to a 6-point game, 25-19. Pritchard leaves it off for Brown. Brown switched onto by Maxey. He sees blood. He's going to drive it right through his chest in the paint, leaves it off for Keita. Keita stops, drop step, right-handed hook, can't get it to go. Loose ball rebound knocked out to Keita. Keita pulls it out, hands it off to Brown. Brown coming to his right with Grimes chasing him off the screen. Brown struggling with his handle, now crosses over to his left as he pulled it out, bullying his way into the paint against Grimes to kick it out. Jordan Walsh, a 3 over Maxey on the contest, and Jordan Walsh rattles in the 3. The 3-point development from Jordan Walsh has been huge, and it's been part of the reason why he's actually been able to get regular minutes here in the rotation. You got to be able to knock down the perimeter shot as a perimeter player. They get over to Grimes. Grimes gets it over to Bona. Bona fakes the handoff, driving to his right against Keita, trying to bully his way to the basket, goes up with the lefty hook, can't get it to go, but he does draw the foul on Nimi Keita. And that is just the first foul on Keita? Just the first foul on Keita. It's going to send Bona to the foul line for 2 here. Crandon said, refs like, I don't know, you make the call, chef. And I'm looking at the refs like, what? So what's the call here? What are we doing? So Adem Bona knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. By the way, Adem Bona out of UCLA, absolutely loved him out of the draft. Was really upset he ended up on Philly. There's so many guys I'm so upset end up on Philly or Boston because obviously those are rival teams to my Knicks. But I really love them coming out of the draft, and then I can't root for them. Because they're playing for the enemy. Bona misses the second free throw. Jordan Walsh with the rebound, and now here comes Payne Pritchard. Pritchard up top to get over to Brown. Brown on the right wing being guarded by Barlow. Gets it over to Keita, hands it off to White. White coming to his left. Maxey chasing down the lane. Pump fakes, goes up off glass. Got it to go for Derek White. Beautiful patient move from Derek White. Now that's a veteran right there who's been around, who knows what to do when he gets into the paint. And the 10-point lead by the 76ers. Getting erased here by the Celtics. It's down to 2, 26-24. Maxey up top, being guarded by Pritchard on the switch. Maxey calling for a screen from Bona. Crosses over to his left, down the lane, step back, mid-range, follow-away jumper. Good defense, forcing the tough shot. Maxey can't knock it down. Brown with the rebound, pushing the other way. 30 seconds to go here in the first. Brown coming to his left off the screen, putting his head down, attacking Bona. Reverse layup. Can't get it to go, but the foul is called on Bona, sending Brown to the foul line for 2. Daniel Dash said the game is not played on paper, it is played on the hardwood. Very true. So many teams on paper should be better than they are, or worse than they are. Like the Celtics. Celtics on paper, if I just showed you this roster last offseason, you were like, yep, this is your roster for next season, you'd be like, oh, what are we, like the 6th seed, 5th seed maybe? Like battling to stay out of the play-in? Like, no, you're actually the 2 seed. Who's a team with a good roster on paper that is playing poorly? 76ers were that last year for sure. Brown knocks down both free throws to tie it at 7:26. 25 seconds to go. Quinn Grimes brings it down. He's going to hold it for what should be the final shot of the quarter. There is about a 3-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Grimes has it up top being guarded by Pritchard. Winding down as much time as possible. Now going to come to his left off the screen. Swings it out to Barlow. Barlow, a left corner three. Got it to go for Dominic Barlow. A sub 30% three-point shooter. Shot that one confidently with the defender in his airspace. Pritchard pump fakes. Tried to throw the bullet pass down low. Andre Drummond with the three-quarter scored. He can't get it to go. And that will be the end of our... Oh, they call it a long two? What is it with these long twos today? So many long twos. 28-26, which should have been a three from Barlow. Had his toe on the line, so it's going to be a long two. 28-26, not bad. Not bad. Back and forth first quarter. I love it. I'm loving it. We'll see if the Philadelphia 76ers can hang with the Celtics when Maxey's off the court. Sadu Berry, what's up, Sadu Berry? Suns Gen said Lakers have a crazy resume with circus results. Fair. Foong Pei said, what happened to 20s timeouts? Do those still exist? The 20-second timeout? They do. I'm pretty sure they do, right? They still have 20-second timeouts. Sadu Berry said, my boy Diawara is MVP, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's about time the Knicks were gifted with a late second-round draft pick that is seemingly going to actually pan out for the team. Right? It's about time. It feels like almost every other good team in the league has found value late in the second round, late in the draft in the second round, or as undrafted players, or as G League call-ups. It feels like every team has benefited from that, except for our New York Knicks. Although I will say, shout out Mitchell Robinson, former second round pick in the NBA draft back in, what year was Mitch drafted in? 16, 17? Something like that. Longest tenure Knick, by the way. End of the first quarter, Jaylen Brown ends it with 8. Tyrese Maxey ends it with 8, but he's 3 for 11 from the floor. Brown only 2 for 5. Maxey getting them shots up. He is not bashful. He'll put them up there, man. He'll put them up there. Ozar said, I think the Lakers might lose to the Kings. It is 8:41, so I don't think that game's tipped off yet, right? No, that's a late game, 9:30 start time. We'll see. We'll see. The Kings don't want to win basketball games. I doubt they'll beat the Lakers. I think if the Lakers do end up losing that game, it'll be because the Lakers beat the Lakers. And that's usually kind of the case when good teams lose to bad teams. So you either just don't show up respecting the opponent has a great shooting night because you didn't respect them, you didn't get out to their shooters, or they just have a high variance three-point shooting game. We'll see. But I can't believe in that. I can't believe that the Kings will actually win a basketball game against anybody. They're so bad. Scomberg, what's up, Scomberg? Going into the last leg of his triple header, is that an NBA Cup shirt? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We had to celebrate our New York Knicks for taking down. Had to remind the San Antonio Spurs, like, yes, we do this, brother. We do this. I cannot wait for the Spurs-Knicks NBA Finals so the Knicks can rewrite history, get revenge for 99. Had to remind him. Not the first time the Knicks dominated the San Antonio Spurs. Lionel Mona said, the hardworking man in the stream business. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. There's definitely other people doing more than me. There's definitely other people working harder than me. I'll tell you that. Sometimes I'm like, man, I'm not working hard enough. There's so much more we could be doing. Ozahar reminding people to like button. If you guys are enjoying the show so far, hit the thumbs up button, like the stream. I'd very much appreciate it. This is indeed our third game coverage here today. All right, we're back into it. Start of the second quarter. Queta has it up top. Hands it off to Derek White. Kicks it out to Hauser. Left wing three for Sam Hauser. Got it to go for Hauser. Oh, there we go. Got it to go for Sam Hauser. 28-29, they get it over to Wofford. Wofford down the lane, knocks down the little flip shot in the paint. I always like Trendon Wofford. And then every time I watch him, he has a bad game. So hopefully he has a good game today. Derek White gets it over to Queta. Queta has it up top. I've liked Wofford going back to his time with the Blazers. Cam Payne is also in the game. Nick Legend campaign. Pritchard maneuvering his way across the paint. Gets it over to Queta, who gets fouled by Andre Drummond, and Queta will go to the foul line for 2. I love the way Queta's been playing today. Cran, it's a great back and forth game. So far, yeah. So far. Early 10-point lead for the 76ers, but it was early. We knew the Celtics were going to come back and make it interesting. Keep it close. Lana Mona said, we have to beat Detroit first before we get to the Spurs in the finals. I am hoping that another team takes out Detroit come playoff time. Nimi Queta misses the first free throw. Excuse me. He misses the first one. He's got another one coming now. Queta does knock down the second free throw, knocks it up at 30. Early here in the second quarter, Philly, Grimes gets it over to Edgecombe. Edgecombe swings through to his right, down the lane, step back, pump fake, kicks it out to Drummond. I thought Drummond was going to shoot that. Hands it back off to Edgecombe. Edgecombe trying to dance around the Drummond screen, coming to his left, step back, mid-range fall-away jumper for Edgecombe, can't get it to go. Battle on the glass for the rebound, knocked into the air. Good fight between Queta and Drummond. If you're Drummond there, you just got to knock that back out to your teammates instead of trying to battle for it down low, or at least knock it into the air. Derek White coming to his right off a screen. Edgecombe comes over for the help, and Derek White able to lean in and draw the foul. So now White will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Boston doing a really good job of creating contact and to find themselves at the foul line here. Crandon said, would the Pistons be your least favorable first-round matchup? Well, it can't be a first-round matchup because they're going to be the 1 seed, and the Knicks will either be the 2, 3, or the 4. In terms of, like, it would be the Pistons are the team that I don't want to play the most. I think it's a bad matchup for the Knicks. I don't think, like, the Knicks would get swept or anything like that. I just think if the Knicks come out of it, the Pistons are taking a huge bite out of them. Like, the Knicks are not coming out of that series the way they went into it. It's going to be a drag-it-out, bar fight type of series. And if the Knicks can avoid that, I'd try to avoid it. That's all I'm saying. Suns Gent said 2 former Suns on the roster means I'm rooting for Philly today. There you go. Who's that? Kelly Oubre. Hold on, let me figure it out. Kelly Oubre. Anybody else? Campaign. Kelly Oubre and Campaign. I know my Suns' history. Queta knocks down both free throws there, so it's 30-32. The Celtics have taken a 2-point lead. Drummond lobs it down low to nobody. Derek White steals it and tries to throw it off of Grimes. He does throw it off of Grimes. And Grimes is out of bounds, although Derek White threw it into the face of Grimes. Kevin Heath said, Pistons too aggressive for the Knicks. There's a lot that goes into that matchup that just does not benefit the Knicks that much. Part of it is the fact that as Drummond jumps the passing lane and gets the easy steal, hands it off to Grimes. Grimes gets it over to Edgecombe, going along the baseline, gets the ball knocked out of his hands, but a foul by Derek White. There's a lot that goes into the Knicks-Pistons matchup. I think a lot of it also has to do with the fact that the Pistons, in the regular season at least, have taken those matchups as if they were playoff games, and I think the Knicks went into those matchups like, oh yeah, we got to play the Pistons tonight. Let's go out there and play. And I don't love the way those matchups have panned out. And I think the athleticism and the speed and the quickness and the defensive pressure that they can apply really, really hurts the Knicks' lack of ball handling on their team. Right? Between Bridges, Josh Hart, Anunoby, Towns, they don't have enough ball handling on the squad. It's really Jaylen Brunson, Alvarado, and a little bit of Josh Hart. Andre Drummond tried to dump it down low to Wofford, gets picked off easily by Queta. Some really sloppy passing from both sides these last couple of possessions. Derek White down the lane to his left. Nice pocket pass to Queta for the two-handed slam. Speaking of sloppy passing, then Derek White delivers a gorgeous dime for the cutting Queta. Campaign has it up top, attacking to his left, down the lane, kicks out to Wofford, fakes the handoff, driving to his right, throws up the floater, got it to go for Trendon Wofford. Couple of nice floaters here for Watford in this quarter. Derek White walking it down. Derek White coming to his left off the Queta screen. Pocket pass to Queta rolling down the middle of the lane again. Gets the easy layup. And the Celtics executing and pick and rolling to death the 76ers right now. 4-point lead for the Celtics. 36-32. Campaign up top, coming to his left off the Drummond screen, snaking it back to his right hand, steps back, crosses over, out to Grimes, driving to his right, pulls it back, A fall-away mid-range jumper for Grimes. Can't get it to go. Cater with the rebound. Here comes White. And the Celtics defensive effort picking up here. No Tyrese Maxey on the court, so very few guys who can knock down contested shots. Here comes Derek White. Step back mid-range fall-away jumper. He can't get it to go. Cater comes flying in. He can't get the putback. Drummond finally clears with the rebound. Here comes Grimes. Grimes bringing it down, pushing the pace. Has it on the right wing. Quick crossover on Jordan Walsh. In and out dribble. Hands it off to Drummond. Drummond coming to his right. Looking for a handoff partner. Kicks it up top to Grimes. Grimes being guarded by Walsh. He's going to look to isolate here. Hesitation move. Blows past him. Kicks it out to Drummond. Pass fake. Drummond 3. Line me up. Line me up, Andre Drummond. I love to see it, big dog. I love to see Drummond line up those threes. 36-35. 8:15 to go. Derek White walking it down the other end. White up top being guarded by Edgecombe. Coming to his left, driving it down, cross-court pass. Hauser ran off the line, going into the lane to kick it out to White. Extra pass, Jordan Walsh, wide open left wing 3 for Walsh. He can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Cato with the offensive rebound. Had great positioning on Drummond, lays it up and in. Drummond really struggling to keep Nimi Cato off the glass. I think you got to match Bono with Cato. I don't like this Drummond-Cato matchup. Cato is eating him alive. Grimes has it on the right wing, picks up his handle, leaves it off for Edgecombe. Edgecombe gets pickpocketed by Pritchard, who comes from behind and steals it. Here comes Pritchard bringing it down, leaves it off for Nimi Skata. Down the lane, Scoop with the right hand, got it to go. And Nimi Skata dominating his matchup here tonight. He's up to 16-10 already. My goodness, Nimi Skata. And a timeout for the Celtics. Got to talk a couple of things over. Yeah, you think, Nick Nurse, you think, get a Dembona out there who can match the physicality and the quickness of Nimi Skata. He is dominating his matchups. My goodness. 16-10 already for Skata. He is hooping out there. 6 for 10 from the floor. Andre Drummond's got nothing for him right now. Not a thing. Not a thing. Get him out of the game. Christian Blaze said this has to be the fastest double-double for Skata. Heck of a game for Nimi Skata. 16-10 already. Daniel Dash said, this is so true, like the Pacers at MSG in Portland when they drew 50 in the center circle. That was a disaster and won't be repeated ever, I dare say. Kevin said, Cat can't post up himself. He be too tender now chasing the three-point shot. You heard that, told him. No, I think Karl-Anthony Towns, they have not been good at feeding Karl-Anthony Towns in the post this season. These past couple of weeks, they've been much better at giving to him in the post as they're trying to incorporate more into the offense before simply only utilizing that as the hub as if he was Domantas Sabonis, now giving to him in different areas on the court, which has helped him get back into the groove offensively after a tough stretch there offensively where he wasn't getting enough shots or enough looks or enough plays ran for him. And he's just gotten much more aggressive in terms of calling for the ball in the post. One of the biggest issues with Karl-Anthony Towns in the post this year is just picking up too many offensive fouls. But these past couple of weeks, he has been excellent out of the post, generating an insane amount of points per play out of the post. Crandon said, Sixers without Embiid have a lot of issues down low. Very true. Very true. I think one of them being that they play Andre Drummond a little too much. Andre Drummond is not a part of their rotation. And when Joel Embiid is out with injury, they start him and they play him 25 to 30 minutes. It just, you know? Kevin said, I mean, you heard what Shaq told him? Yeah, I would never take my basketball opinions from Shaq. Shaq does not watch basketball. The thing I want from the inside guys is to just crack jokes all night, but don't take any basketball opinions they have. They have stated multiple times publicly that they don't watch basketball. So if you're taking your opinions from the inside guys, I don't know what to tell you. Come here. I'll give you opinions from somebody who actually watches the games. And you can tell because they've all been streamed this season. Daniel Dash said Cat leads the league in double-doubles this season. He does indeed. Also leads the league in rebounding. Kev said that little curly Eurocat dude is phony. He's always looking for the foul instead of bulldozing. He has the most offensive fouls in the league, Kev. He definitely does his fair share of bulldozing. Cranen said, I never asked Stephen A for advice on any topic in sports. Whenever we, and this is no disrespect to anybody in the chat, but whenever we have anybody in the chat come through and they'd be like, hey, I heard Stephen A say this. What are your thoughts? I'm like, I have no thoughts on anything Stephen A does or says because he doesn't watch sports anymore. Maxey with the pull-up three, can't get it to go. We're checking back to the game. Queta, yet another rebound. Bringing it down the other way. Celtics already holding on to a 5-point lead. They had to put Maxey in. Now they got Bona in. Finally, somebody to actually match the athleticism and size of Queta here. They get it over to Derek White, spinning off of Watford down the lane. Puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Good defense from the 76ers. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Celtics. Philly arguing that it should be their ball and it should be off of Hauser, but they're going to give it to the Celtics here. Captain Mastiff, what's up, Cap? John Merck, what's up, John? Crazy when you're being paid millions of dollars to come in the games, you don't even watch them. They have stated multiple times that they don't watch these games. They've made jokes about it, about how they don't watch games. Which is, take that for what it is. So I don't want my inside guys talking about sports. At least that's not the part that I find interesting at all. The part I find interesting is when they make fun of each other. That's it. That's all I want them to do. That's all I'm there for. Still Marte, what's up, Still Marte? Derek White. Lobs it down low to Queta. Can't handle it, ball knocked loose, and it's going to be a shot clock violation with 6:40 to go. Quickly approaching the halfway point of this second quarter. Kev said, but what Shaq said was facts? No, it was not. Cat cried too much instead of just putting his head down. This is not true, brother. Like I said, if you're taking your opinions from Shaquille O'Neal, who has said multiple times that he does not watch basketball, nor does he watch the New York Knicks, even when they're covering the New York Knicks, then I can tell you right now, as somebody who has watched every single second of every single Knicks game this season, that is not the case. Fall-away jumper from Oubre, can't get it to go. Bona battling for the loose ball, saves it. Watford down the lane, kicks it back out to Oubre. Ran off the line by Derek White, gets it over to Watford, hands it off to Maxey, back to Watford, down the lane, throws the lob up top to Bona, gets knocked out of bounds by Shireman. What a defensive play from Baylor Shireman there. Captain Mastiff, what's up, Cat? Christian Blaze said, yeah, but people have the Boogie Cousins post-up label on Cat. Yeah, when Karl Anthony Towns was, a rookie or a second-year player? Sure. That is still the case. What is it now? 8-9 years later? If you want Towns, you got to bulldoze a few villages. Fair. Maxey, the mid-range pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. He has had a disastrous shooting night tonight. He is now 3 for 13. What defensive pressure from the Celtics here tonight. Forced Maxey into some tough shots. Derek White pulling it out, being guarded by Watford. Hands it off to Brown, coming to his right, gets it out to Derek White. Pull-up three off the pass from Brown, and he knocks down the pull-up three. And it's an 8-point lead for the Boston Celtics. 43-35. Watford has it up top to get it over to Oubre. Oubre on the right wing, coming to his left off the Watford screen, pulls it out, dancing with it, crosses over to his right, down the lane, leans in, puts up the floater, gets swatted out of there by Nimi Queta. And the Celtics' defensive pressure right now is completely overwhelming the 76ers. 76ers are definitely playing way too soft right now. It's one pass and then just put your head down and drive, and the Celtics are converging in the paint. They're not getting the Celtics in any amount of rotation right now. And Nimi Queta will sub out of the game now for Vooch. Incredible minutes for Nimi Queta in the first half here. 16-11 with 2 blocks. What a first half. They get it out to Maxey. Maxey driving down to his left, draws the foul. 5:30 to go. Sons Gen said, a little propaganda ponies. Yeah, I mean, they have been, once an agenda or an opinion is created about a player or a team or something, the inside guys will hang on to that for the next half decade at least. They do not create their own opinions on things. They're just like, oh yeah, people have said this about this thing, so that is definitely the case. Because they don't watch games, they can't form their own new opinions or make something up themselves. Everything they watch and consume is a self-fulfilling prophecy of something they've already heard and another person create the opinion for. So you can personally feel whatever way you want to feel about a player that you've watched. But don't tell me like, well, Shaq said this, or Barkley said this, or Kenny Smith said this, because those guys don't watch NBA basketball. They've said him multiple times. Their words, not mine. Barlow picks up a steal, hit ahead to Oubre, down the lane, layup, can't get it to go, blocked by Derek White, and again, Oubre just trying to get too fancy in the paint with a little double clutch layup, and then quickly pushing the other way, and Hugo Gonzalez showed him exactly how to do it, just catch it and lay it up and in. Oubre trying to get too fancy down low, and it's back to a 9-point game for the Celtics. Edgecombe taking the baseline, leans in, puts up the floater, got it to go for VJ Edgecombe. Here comes Jaylen Brown pushing the other way. He has it up top, attacking to his right, tries to split the double team, but draws the foul. I think it's on Bona. Brown wants to argue that it's in the shooting motion, that he gathered the ball. Kev said, I watched the games. In every substantial big cat play against, he crapped the bed damn near. 12 today versus Wemby. And what do you do against Duren? None? Brother, he played an excellent game today. But if you're just box score watching, then we can't really have a conversation. He was excellent today against Wembanyama. But if all you want to point to is the fact that he scored 12 points, it's tough to have a conversation. We streamed the game. We watched it. We were here. He was excellent tonight. Excellent. Not good, not great. He was excellent. Also, Karl-Anthony Towns and Jaylen Duren have not matched up this season. So I don't know what if you watch the games, like you said, they have not matched up this season. Because every single time the Knicks have matched up with the Pistons, Jaylen Duren or Karl-Anthony Towns have not been available. One or the other. Brown did get the free throws. He knocks down both. Drummond has it up top. Hands it off to Oubre. Oubre pulls it out. Coming to is right off the Edgecombe screen. Gets it out to Edgecombe. Edgecombe will spot up for the three on the pick and pop, and he gets it to go. Crazy how reliant VJ Edgecombe can be as a rookie for the 76ers when they need to calm things down. My goodness. What a luxury. Kid's going to grow to be a true blue star. Drummond strips Jaylen Brown going to the rim, and now the Sixers pushing the other way. They got it down to 6, trying to build some momentum here. Maxey dancing with it against Shireman, down the lane, leans in, scoop layup, can't get it to go. Maxey either upset with himself or frustrated with the no call, as there was some contact there. Derek White down the lane, can knock down the floater, but they do give him the foul call, and Maxey's like, don't give him that call, but not give me that call. I think he's got a little bit of a gripe there. Robot Eater, what's up, Robot Eater? Christian Blake said, had a couple of clutch offensive rebounds and steals versus Wemby. Yeah, Cat was tough. Cat was real tough. Cat's always been tough. He's been tough these past 2 years with the Knicks. Derek White knocks down the first free throw. Got another one coming. Crandon said, Jason Teemth, one of the few guys I actually watch besides you about basketball. I watch Jason Teemth too. Shout out Jason Teemth. And Hoops Tonight. I watch him too. Derek White knocks down both free throws. Back to an 8-point lead for the Celtics here. Under 4 to go. Maxey bringing it down. Coming to is right up the Barlow screen. And a timeout for the Sixers. Want to talk a couple of things over. And boy, oh boy, do they need to. Robot Eater, not happy with Philly. We do not respect the team like that. Go Boston. I don't know, brother. Read the room. Read the room. Nobody is as aggressive in the chat as you right now. Read the room, big dog. Bring it down a notch. Root for your team. Say how you don't like the other team, but just bring it down just a notch. Just a notch. Kevin said, meanwhile, Webby had 4 blocks, double-digit rebounds. Goddamn, I can't have an opinion. We'll let y'all have y'all stream since everybody want to bite my head off. Brother, you're just saying things that are either factually incorrect or things that you are assuming that are incorrect. No one's biting your head off. I'm just saying. You said, what did Karl-Anthony Towns do against Jaylen Duren this season? Very confidently, which is something that you can't have an opinion on if you have been watching the Knicks like your previous statement said you did. Like, oh, I watched them. Like, okay. Did you know that Karl-Anthony Towns and Jaylen Duren did not match up against each other this year? They did not. In all 3 matchups, either Jaylen Duren was out or Karl-Anthony Towns was out. And what happened in the playoffs last year, if we want to go back to that matchup? Karl-Anthony Towns dominated the matchup. But sure, you could have your preordained agenda about something that you don't watch on a regular basis. You are a Celtics fan. That's fine. You can not like Karl Anthony Towns. I'm not saying you have to like him. I don't even really like him as a Knicks fan. But to say something about Karl Anthony Towns that is just incorrect, I'm simply correcting you. If that bothers you, I apologize, brother. I'm saying how I feel. Never said I watch every game. No, brother, but when we were having the conversations about Towns, and I said the inside guys don't watch, so you can't really tell me about Towns when I watch every game about Towns, you said, well, I watch the games. Insinuating that you can have that conversation because you've watched Towns play. And I can tell you right now, as a guy who covers the Knicks, who watch every single game, the general public opinion from people who don't watch the Knicks is just factually incorrect. So if you're going to tell me that Karl Anthony Towns is soft, I'm going to push back on it because it ain't true. If that bothers you because you want me to be like, oh yeah, he's soft, he sucks, I'm not going to do that. You could think what you want to think. That's fine. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, sure, he's soft. Like, no, man. Knicks were down 0-2 on the road in Indiana, down 20 in the fourth quarter. You know who leads the way in that comeback? In a hostile environment, conference finals, whole team down? Karl Anthony Towns. Put his head down, went to the rim, dominated that fourth quarter. I'm not a big Karl Anthony Towns fan. As a matter of fact, I didn't even like the trade. But as somebody who gets to watch the Knicks on a nightly basis and cover them, Karl Anthony Towns ain't soft. Everybody who says that is already had that opinion generated from like 6 years ago for whatever reason. For the things that happened with Jimmy Butler or the things that happened in that one Boogie Cousins picture. But it's just not the case, right? So when people are going to say that, I'm going to push back. We're back into it. They get it over to Hugo Gonzalez. Gets blocked out of bounds by Maxey. Good effort from Maxey. 3:30 to go. It's an 8-point deficit for Philly right now. Kev said, I cover his butt when he busts my parlay up. All right, brother. Never expected you to against your team. It's the clowns in the comments. Cat hasn't been anything like last year, and that's big facts. He's actually been better. He's actually been better this year. All of the only thing that hasn't been better are the counting stats, but all of the advanced metrics, the eye test, the impact on the game has all pointed out to the fact that Karl Anthony Towns has had a much better impact on the game this season than last season. But yeah, he's not averaging 25 like he did last year, so we could just sit here and say, well, he's worse, which is not true. Edgecombe bringing it down. Knocked into the backcourt, and it's a backcourt violation on Edgecombe. It's a 10-point deficit for the 76ers, 51-41. Robot Eater said, bro said, don't with my parlays. Fair. Under 3 to go. They get it over to Vooch. Vooch has it up top. Vooch being guarded by Drummond. Drummond back in. I think Drummond's a better matchup for Vooch, and Bone is a better matchup for... as Maxey jumps the passing lane, takes it over for Shireman. He's going to go the other way and get stripped by Shireman. What a defensive play from Shireman. My goodness. He's been impressive with his extra effort today. I know that's generally how he's been with the Celtics and why he's in the starting lineup here for the Celtics these past couple of weeks, but since the trade deadline, really, what an extra effort. He's already had a couple of extra efforts like that where he broke up a lob attempt, where he came flying down from the three-point line. My goodness. I think anything you get from Shireman's a little bit of a bonus, too. He's only got, 3 points tonight? No, 2 points tonight. He's missed all of his threes. 1 for 4 from the field. G4, what's up, G4? And there's a technical? Maxey knocks down a free throw, technical free throw, I assume. Philly gets the ball back here, 22 on their shot clock. Kev said, I've seen him get locked up multiple times and force Brunson to be on an island, like I said, from jump. Knicks are great on paper, but it doesn't translate to me. That's fine, brother. That's fine. I get you. I get where you're coming from. They get over to Edgecombe, up top to Oubre. They get over to Maxey. Knicks definitely have a ton of issues. That's for sure. That make me nervous come playoff time. But I still got the faith. They kick it out to Oubre, straightaway three. Comes up short. Shireman with the rebound. Every time it feels like Philly has the potential to get a momentous play, they come up short or the Celtics get a defensive stop. And now Brown's going to dance with it against Barlow, crosses over, kicks out to Derek White for a wide open three, and he knocks it down. A back-breaking shot for the 76ers trying to get back into this one. Now it balloons back up to 12. Edgecombe gets it over to Barlow. Barlow hands it off to Edgecombe. Edgecombe dancing with it. Loses the handle, picks it up. He's being guarded by Pritchard. Gets it over to Oubre. Oubre's been disastrous today for Philly, both in offensive and defensive efforts to get it out to Maxey. Maxey coming to his left. They show a double team. They get it over to Andre Drummond for a three, and Andre Drummond knocks down another three. My favorite development in the league by far is Andre Drummond suddenly shooting threes, and not just suddenly shooting threes, knocking them down at a high rate when he does shoot them. And they give a technical foul to Drummond. As Brown knocks down the technical foul. They gave him a technical foul for his celebration. I'm not even entirely sure what it was. Let me see it. They're showing the replay. Oh, that's because he did the gun thing, the three-point guns that they kind of banned out of the league because of John Morant. And so you can't do this anymore for three. And so Andre Drummond did, and they gave him the technical. Kind of funny. Not going to lie, kind of funny. Derek White walks into a pull-up three off the Brown screen. Off the back rim, can't get it to go, but Nimi Keita skies for a rebound. Get Andre Drummond out of the game when Nimi Keita's in the game. Match up the minutes better, Nick Nurse. What are you doing? I think a terribly coached game by Nick Nurse here tonight. I think his rotations and matchups have been terrible as Brown blows past Edgecombe for the lefty layup. My goodness. Christian Blaze said he plays good defense, but not shooting well yet. Norm playmaking well. I'm not sure who Robot was talking about. But Maxey has it on the right wing, tacking along the right baseline, shovels it inside the Barlow, recovers himself, goes up, gets fouled by Keita. And Barlow will go to the foul line for two with a minute to go. They're trailing by 12. You're walking out, so then they could pull a comeback. They could. It's only a 12-point game. They could. Celtics are very reliant on their three-point shooting. They could go very cold from three-point range. Maxey has been very cold here tonight, mostly because of the phenomenal defense that Boston is playing on him. But 3 for 17 from the floor is one of the worst games I've seen Maxey play. I've only seen him play one other game that either was just as bad or worse than this, and that was a game they played against Orlando, where he came out firing. No Paul George, no Joel Embiid like tonight, and Maxey came out firing against Orlando. Couldn't knock anything down, and it was a terrible game from jump. So if Maxey can get it going a little bit in the second half, Philly could absolutely make a little bit of a comeback here. Barlow knocks down both free throws, knocking it back to 10. Cortland Hall said, Celtics really on the offensive rebounding? Yeah, they're killing them on the glass right now. Derek White down the lane, throws up the floater, comes up short against Barlow, can't get it to go. Drummond knocks the rebound to himself and gets it over to Maxey. Maxey out and running. Head down, head of steam, throws up the floater, got it to go, and the foul against Shireman. And Maxey will go to the foul line for one more. He can cut it to 7. Trying to look to have a very good end of the first half here. Kev said, with you, though, Chef, it's crazy in the comments. And that's when I'm stopped messing with Cat. In the cup, he dragged, and we crashed. After that, had me like that with Deli. Yeah, I get it. I do. I really do get it. I just push back hard on the Cat soft agenda because I think that it's something that was developed years ago that is no longer the case with Towns. Maybe at one time it was. But everything that I've watched with him on the Knicks is definitely not the case. And Brown knocks down a tough fall-away jumper. Beautiful move from Jaylen Brown. That's it. That's all I push back on. Everything else, very valid. Very valid. Not liking the Knicks, not liking the team on the court, thinking that they're not going to play. I get all of that. That's 100% valid. Maxey, double step back, kicks it out to Edgecombe, left corner three for Edgecombe at the buzzer, comes up well short, chases his own rebound, can't grab it as Brown steals it away, and Jaylen Brown will bring it down for what should be the final shot of the quarter. Big time defensive stop incoming here for 76ers. Do you want to keep it at single digits? Brown spinning off Edgecombe down the lane, gets caught in the air, kicks it out. Shireman at the buzzer, got it to go for Baylor Shireman. 12-point lead for the Celtics going into halftime. Not what you want to see if you're a Sixers fan. Not at all. Not at all. 62-50 at halftime here. And Maxey having a nightmare of a game, 4 for 18 from the field. My goodness. In the first half, too. 18 first half field goal attempts for Tyrese Maxey. Robot Eater said, hair or no hair, we love you, Jaylen Brown. He said, Jaylen Brown without the hair is a nightmare for anybody. Honestly, you have two options to me. In the NBA players, with the money that they make, the contract that they have, you have two options. Two options. And it doesn't make sense for me to use any other option. You could either take the trip to Turkey and get the surgery over the summer. Go get your hair fixed. You got the money. You're on TV every day. It makes sense to want to make sure you look right. I get that. Go do it. You got the money. The advancements in hair transplant technology is there. Go do what you got to do. Or you drop the top and you rock the baldy. You got two options. Don't be sitting in the middle. Don't put none of that, whatever Jaylen Brown was using, and start rubbing it on people. Don't do that. Don't do that. You got two options. You got two options. Either go fix it, go get the surgery, go fix it, or pull the Derek White. Or the Jalen Suggs, by the way. We go on Jalen Suggs rants all the time. Whenever we cover a Magic game, let me pull it up. Whenever we cover a Magic game and we go through the pregame rundown and we pull up the Magic player graphics and we get to Jalen Suggs, this is the picture I've chosen for Jalen Suggs. This is what we got. This is what we're rocking with when it comes to Jalen Suggs. Are you ready for this? It's a jump scare. Be prepared. Oh my goodness, this is what we got with Jalen Suggs, right? Why did I choose this image for Jalen Suggs? Because you can't walk around in life looking like this. Drop the top, brother. Your hair don't want to be there. Don't keep it hostage. Let it go. If you love something, let it go. I get you love your hair, but here's the thing that's always bothered me about Jalen Suggs. Look how straight this kind of is. He has clearly he's gone to a barbershop, he's gotten a shape up, which put that barber in jail. You know what? He's just doing whatever his customer asked for, but you can't walk around with this shaped up thing and this looks good. You know this looks crazy. You know this looks crazy. Here's the thing. If the Magic played today, Jalen Suggs finally dropped the top. Let's pull it up. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let me pull it up over here. Let's find it. Let's find it. I'm just going to look up Jalen Suggs bald and pull it up on images. It'll show up. He played today with the baldy. It's not showing up. That Derek White hair is showing up, though. My goodness, you forget how bad that was. Where is it at? Where are you at, Suggs? Where are you at? Where are you at? Show me the baldy. All right, we're going to have to look up some images on Twitter, though. That's what we're going to have to do. Let it go. They don't want to be there anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Jalen Suggs. As a matter of fact, I tweeted about it. So I can just pull up my own tweet and find it. All right, why is it so difficult to find things on Twitter now? All right, let me just pull up mine. We got to take a look. We got to take a look. Here he is. Here he is. New hairstyle, Jaylen Brown. New hairstyle, Derek White. Here he is. Look at my guy. He dropped the top. He did it. He did it, y'all. He did it. He did it. He let it go. Job completed. Now, as a fellow member of the Bald Coalition, I got some advice for Jalen Suggs. Make sure you get make sure the sun hits you the top of the dome evenly. You know what I mean? Don't be out there with too many hats all the time. Sometimes you just got to rock the baldy, go out there. I know it's a little cold to get a little breezy on the top of the head, but you got to let the sun hit it so that your full head and face and neck area, same color. Or else you get the top of the dome one color and then the face and neck area different color. I'm just saying. Kevin said, I was so happy White chopped the top because it really fit him. Not that headband has a hairline. Trying to hide the hairline with a headband, crazy move. Not gonna lie, crazy move. Just drop the top, just let it go. Just let it go, come home. Come on home. We got a seat for you. Just that said, these are important points. Yes, listen, if there's anybody who's young in the chat, who still has their hair, who could maybe lose their hair in the future, let me tell you something. If you ever go bald, if you ever decide, I'm chopping it off, I'm rocking the baldy, even if you're just making a fashion statement, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna chop it all off. Make sure you give proper amount of sun exposure to the top of your dome, number one. Number two, don't forget the sunscreen on the top of the dome, because that you definitely burn it, and then that's really uncomfortable. I've been there. Number three, you gotta make sure that you're evenly tan across your head. Christian said, wait, you're bald? Oh, we rock the baldy over here, brother. We rock the baldy over here. Hair started going a couple of years ago, started thinning out, and I said, not me. I said, I ain't Jalen Suggs, not me. Chopped it off. Like I said, as a member, as a happy member of the Bald Coalition, let it go. It don't want to be here. Let it go. You don't hold on to something that don't want to be here anymore. You're holding it hostage. It's a hostage situation. Let it go. The Flea said chairman of the board. Chairman of the board is crazy. Christian plays it. All right, makes it fun here. I'm new. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. I mean, I'm usually wearing a hat for the show just because it's funnier. But, yeah, I got no problems. Being bald. I'm happy being bald. It started to thin out, and I said, all right, not going to be me. It's not going to be me. I don't have the funds to fly out to Turkey and get the surgery, so I just got to drop the top and accept my fate. I was not going to be one of those people walking around with thinned out hair. It was not going to be me. You were not going to catch me looking crazy. So I chopped it off. And life has been better since. Pay, appreciate you. Daniel Dash said, I need a shower and visit my corrections officer. Peace out. Appreciate you, Daniel. Appreciate you. Just Dad said, Smart, was your father a bald man too? Every male in my family, except for like 2 or 3, goes bald. Almost everyone. So I literally remember as a kid being like, oh, I only have a set amount of time with my hair. Because I will be bald. It is more likely that I'm bald than one of the lucky few in my family that's not bald. I knew my hair was gonna go at some point. So I once I got to high school and college, I started to grow my hair out, have a little bit of fun with it, try different hairstyles out. And then a couple of years into college, it started to thin out. And then you try to hold on to it for a little bit because you're thinking like, it's not that bad. Because it doesn't like fall out of your head immediately. It started to thin out a little bit, and then it just got to a point where I remember I woke up and I went to the bathroom and I was cleaning my face up, and then I just looked up and I was like, oh no, that's thin. No, I could like see into my scalp. And so literally I went the rest of my day, because I did not have the time, went the rest of my day, but went to bed knowing in the morning, I'm gonna wake up in the morning, cut my hair off, and that's gonna be it. And that's what I did. The second I realized, oh, it's time, didn't fight it, didn't think too much about it. I said, just do it once and then it's done. And that was it. We moved forward. I knew, but I had accepted my fate by the time I was like 6 years old. Just looking around the room and seeing all your uncles are bald is a crazy thing. And just realizing, being like, Oh, because I remember, the second me or my cousins would make a bald joke about any of our uncles, they'd always hit us with the reality of like, you think it's funny now, but wait till your hair falls out. And it was like, oh. By the time, I remember being a teenager and just being like, oh yeah, I gotta have fun with my hair before it goes. Because you never know. You never know. So it started falling out in my early to mid-20s. And by the time I was in my mid-20s, gone. Foom Page, did you start storing your old hair like a squirrel for the coming winter? No, but I would always try to grow my hair out just a little bit more. Kevin said, at least you're real about it, chef. Stay in the kitchen, though. Yeah, I'm going to stay with my hats on in the kitchen. Another thing about being bald, you just start accumulating a bunch of hats. I only have like 2 or 3 go-to hats, but you just are always like, you can never have too many hats. You can never have too many hats. Yours that said my hair is gray, so it's never perfect? I wish I could have gotten to the point in my life where I could at least see what I look like with gray hair. But I'll never be able to. Well, my beard. I could grow my beard out thicker and when it's gray hair time. But not yet. Just that said, clean chef is bald, no air in the food. That is true. That's something that I have not had to worry about in a really long time. Clogging the drain with hair. Don't have to worry about that. Southern Jen said, my hair is white and silver. Crazy stuff. I wish I could have got to the point in my life where I could have had gray hair. It's cool, though. It's cool, because we could just pretend. We could rock out and have a good time and act like everything's okay. You act like I wouldn't walk out in real life looking like this. You act like I wouldn't walk out in real life looking like this, rocking the mullet. I'll rock out like this and pretend like this is real, like this is natural. We're having a good time. What's the issue? I remember the first time we broke out the wig last year. I walked out like nothing happened, and I ignored every comment in the chat trying to point out the wig. We didn't mention it. Well, I didn't recognize or mention the wig or shout out any comments in the chat trying to ask questions about the wig. We just kept it going. we just kept it moving as if this was real. Those were good times. But we got a bunch of different ones too. Mostly for characters, for movies we watching. But one of my most popular shorts on the channel, which we don't really do shorts anymore because we don't really have time, involves this wig right here. We was utilizing this wig like crazy. One of my favorite wigs we got. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we just gotta have a little fun with it. We might do the rest of the stream looking crazy like this. G-Force, and I love how this stream turned into Chef's Playtime. Brother, we are on stream number 3. We will be approaching 9 hours of being live today. If I'm going to lose my mind, it's going to be like 7, 8 hours into it. I'll tell you that. We are also at halftime. It's been a long day. Kevin said, and people, this is not a hair confessional. Can you sing something by Starship? No, brother, no. One of my most famous channel shorts, or most popular channel shorts, is me wearing this wig dancing. G-Force had been here since you were so happy. The next one, so it didn't affect your trifecta. Absolutely. Let me put the wig back. This is crazy. And it's going to make my head itch. Absolutely. Listen, we could have fun because the New York Knicks already picked up their victory today. You got nothing to stress about. Stress-free basketball. I assume the Magic lost to the Pistons, right? Yeah, that sucks. Pistons ended up pulling away. Foonpay said, I like how you can change to whatever time period you want. Absolutely. Robot Eater said, I genuinely pray on the Knicks' downfall. Crazy, brother. Crazy. Use your prayers for something more positive in life. Kevin said, I ain't gonna lie. You know I'm new, but you would have fooled me with the wig, because I didn't even know you were bald. I mean, why would you? Why would you wear hats? Wear hats for the stream. We used to have a rotating slew of hats we used to wear last year. But then I got the chef's hat, the red chef's hat, which was always the channel logo. And so I got a red chef's hat to be like, ha, cool, right? We got a red chef's hat. And then I wore it a couple of times in a row in the stream, and then I went back to wearing some of the older hats. And suddenly people were like, hey, man, where's the chef's hat? Like, this ain't the same without the chef's hat. And I was like, oh, that's a thing now. I guess I'm wearing the chef's hat to the end of time. One of my favorite hats to wear was our captain hat, but those times have seemingly passed. Those times have seemingly passed. Look at the box score. Any other interesting games we got on? No, this is our last interesting game. That's why this is the last coverage tonight. This is just honestly a tough performance for the 76ers if Tyrese Maxey is going to be 4 for 18. The fact that it's only a 12-point game with this efficiency from Maxey tonight is incredible. 10 for Edgecombe, 7 for Barlow, which is not bad, 9 for Drummond, who's knocked down 2 threes. Oubre with only 2 is also rough. And somehow it's only a 12-point game. Like, I'd be a little nervous if I was a Celtics fan. If Maxey gets to going in the second half here, even a little bit, next thing you know, we could be locked in a tight one. We'll see. As we're checking back into the game, Celtics are going to knock down a 3. As for the Celtics, just Keita dominating 16, 12, and 2 in the first half. Hauser's got 6, White with 12, Brown with 15, Baylor Shireman with 5. Like, it's just all around effort from everybody. So we'll see if the 76ers can get back into this game and make it interesting. I assume they can, but we'll see. Celtics defense is very real and very dangerous. Derek White gets it over to Brown as Barlow hit the floor. Brown the pull-up 3, got it to go. We knew that one was coming. All right, here we go. Now we're spoiler-free. Robert Eater said, we're pretty deep. I'm confident we can address the Maxey. Anything can throw at us tonight. For sure. On the other end, I was too busy reading my guy Robot's comments to see, but the 76ers score 52-65. 13-point game. Keita has it up top, being guarded by Drummond. Hands it off to Hauser. Pulls it out. Swings it over to Derek White. A 3 for Derek White. Got it to go. Celtics going to start knocking down threes like this. It's going to end up being a long night for Philly. It might end up being an early stream. Might end up ending it early if this is a if it's a true blue blowout by the Celtics here. Maxey gets it over to Drummond. Drummond trying to respond with a 3. In and out, can't get it to go. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brown has it up top. Trying to dance with it against Barlow, loses the handle, picks it up, kicks out to Shireman, ran up the line by Maxey, gets into the paint, kicks out to Brown. Brown will line up the 3, is at 3 in a row. Can't get that one to go. Edgecombe with the rebound, bringing it down the other way. Edgecombe swings it over to Drummond, back to Edgecombe. Edgecombe has it up top, being guarded by Brown. They get it over to Oubre. Oubre hesitates from 3, trying to attack Hauser. Good defense from Hauser, bad attack from Oubre. Oubre steps on the sideline, off the handoff from Drummond, and the 76ers continue to be terrible. Captain Massive said, I eventually will get a captain's hat for the podcast, for a podcast or regular video. Nothing to do with basketball. Shout out to you then, brother. Do you think, Captain Mastiff? Get the captain's hat. Andre Drummond with the steal on the Brown pass attempt. Maxey all the way to the rim for the scoop layup. Got it to go for Tyrese Maxey. It's a 14-point game. Again, can the 76ers make this interesting getting back into it? Derek White gets it over to Keita. Keita hands it off to Brown. Brown coming to his left off the Keita screen. Pocket pass to Keita rolling to the rim. Kicks it out to a wide open Hauser, right corner 3. Can't get it to go. Oubre with the rebound. 76ers getting a little bit lucky here with some wide open misses for the Celtics. They hand it off to Drummond, hand it off to Edgecombe. Edgecombe has it up top, being chased by Derek White. Coming to his left off the screen, puts up the 3, draws the foul, and gets the bucket for VJ Edgecombe. And just like that, he can knock it back to 10. 9:30 to go in this quarter. All right. Like I said earlier, it is crazy how the 76ers could actually rely on the rookie VJ Edgecombe to come through for them when things get stalled down and stagnant. Kevin said the 76ers sucks in the third quarter, they say. They're not a very good third quarter team. This is true. This is true. Kata has it up top. Gets it out to Hauser. Relocating on the three-point line. Fires it up. Can't get it to go. Drummond with the rebound. Here comes Tyrese Maxey pushing the other way. It's a 10-point game as Edgecombe did knock down the free throw. Hit ahead to Oubre. Oubre back to Maxey. Maxey coming to his left off the Oubre screen. And now dribble runs right into Hauser, and a foul is called on Sam Hauser. And Maxey immediately beelines his way to the foul line and gets ready to shoot him. They are going to give him the in the act of shooting, so he's back to the foul line for 2. Can knock it back down to 8. Kevin said, I forgot Philly has Kyle Lowry. Yeah, he's in the Udonis Haslem role, where he's technically on the roster as a playable player, but he never plays and is essentially acting as an assistant coach. Maxey knocks down his first free throw. Got another one coming. Maxey knocks down both. Derek White bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Edgecombe. Derek White coming to his right off the Jaylen Brown screen. Tries to swing it out to Brown. Edgecombe in the passing lane, driving it down the other way to the rim. Lefty layup. Can't get it to go. Barlow can't get the putback. Edgecombe battling for the rebound. Saves it out to Jaylen Brown. One of you guys got to get that finish. Brown driving it down, runs right into Maxey. And a foul is called on the 76ers. Barlow very upset. He wanted to travel on Brown, but they called the foul on Barlow with the blocking foul. Eric said, do you think 76ers come back? I do, brother. They can. It's an 8-point game. Wouldn't be much of a comeback. 8-point game, 8-point swings can happen all the time. They kick it out. Shireman, wide open 3. Comes up short. Long rebound over to Kata, though. Over to Shireman. Pass fake. He lines up another 3. Comes up short again. Drummond with the rebound. Hands it off to Maxey. An opportunity to cut it to 6 or 5 here. Maxey has it up top, being guarded by Brown. Coming to his left, down the lane. He's got space, throws up the floater, comes up short for Tyrese Maxey as his tumultuous night from the field continues. Shireman has it up top, gets it over to Kata. Kata head down, full head of steam, blows right past Andre Drummond. Horrific defense from Drummond. Doesn't even try. Just kind of half-heartedly slaps at the ball as Kata just runs right past him for the one-handed slam. Get Bona in this game. They get over to Edgecombe, driving to his right on Jaylen Brown, puts up the fall-away jumper at the foul line, can't get it to go. Looks like maybe Derek White could have gotten a piece of it. It was hit the side of the backboard, doesn't even touch the rim. Now Derek White on the other end, being chased by Oubre, driving down to his left in the paint. They kick it out to Shireman. Shireman coming to his right. He throws up the floater, and he gets it to go. And a timeout for Philadelphia. They had it to 8, could have cut it to 6. Instead, it balloons back up to 12. Celtics doing a great job of responding back any of these Philadelphia runs. Nick Nurse upset with the officiating, voicing his displeasure. Christian Blake said, nah, chill, let Kata get his 2020. What is he up to now? 18-14 is absolutely on his way to the 2020 game. My goodness. What a disastrous rebounding game for the 76ers tonight. Getting dominated on the boards by Kata. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey, 5 for 20 from the field, and we have 7:30 to go in this third quarter. He has already taken 20 shots. Maxey, brother, you either got to convert a couple of these or start swinging that ball around. We also got to get Andre Drummond out of the game for Adem Bona. I get wanting to play Drummond in the starting lineup to keep Bona in the same role as he normally is, but Andre Drummond has proven to be an absolutely horrific matchup for Neemias Queta, who's just dominated him all night long. Queta's been phenomenal. You need a younger, more athletic, more energetic big man to go up against Queta, and here's the thing. I'm not asking for too much because the 76ers have that guy on their roster and Adem Bona. Just in the second half, you should have just started Adem Bona, change up your rotations, because this is not a matchup that's worked out. Start Adem Bona in the second half to match up with Queta and then bring Andre Drummond in the matchup with Vucevic, which is a much better matchup. I hate when NBA coaches stick their head in the sand. They're like, no, that's my starting lineup. Like, no, man, it's not working. Change it up. Give me a better performance than this, Philly. Robot Eater said, Nick needs to yell at his bench. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Kevin said, yo, what did Philly bring their own refs? A player, a nurse, just wild out. No tech is crazy. Yeah, I mean, players voice their displeasure all the time. Coaches voice their displeasure all the time. I don't think it was anything too crazy, technical worthy, in my opinion. Robot Eater said, like I said, Philly sucks. Philly is missing their second and fourth best player between Embiid and Paul George. So it was always going to be an uphill battle. I will say, Tyrese Maxey's 5 for 20 from the floor, and it's a 12-point game. If Maxey has any run here in the second half, it could suddenly end up being a very close game or a tied game, or Philly may even take the lead. So we'll see. We'll see. If that doesn't happen, or if it doesn't happen soon, Boston is liable to run this lead up to a 20+, especially with the way they've been shooting it. Queta 7 for 10, White 4 for 10, Brown 5 for 9, Shireman 3 for 8. If Shireman can knock down any one of these wide open threes that he's had tonight, he did knock down one at the end of the quarter. That's true. That's true. BV Marley, what's up, Marley? Celtics need Pritchard to get going. Yeah, Pritchard, Shireman knocking down an open three would be nice for them, for sure. Hauser knocking down an open three would be nice for them in the second half here. Robot Eater said, I need Hauser to sit out for a couple of minutes. 3-and-D doesn't work if the three isn't there. Absolutely. Absolutely. Maxey coming to his right, gets it over to Drummond, rolling to the rim, goes right through the chest of Queta, and he gets fouled by Neemias Queta. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. That is now 3 fouls on Neemias Queta, who's going to sub out for Vucevic now. Robot Eater said, Pritchard would be a liability on defense. These guys are huge. Fair. I can see that. I think Pritchard does a pretty good job of playing up, though. As Andre Drummond misses the first free throw, he's got another one coming. Judge that said, Pritchard calmed down Westbrook the other game. I was dumbfounded. What do you mean? Like they got, like Westbrook was hot and he cooled him off? Or Westbrook was upset and he literally, by talking to him, cooled him off? What do you mean? I didn't see that. Brown on the right wing, hands off to Hauser, up top to Derek White. Derek White attacking to his right. Takes it over to Vooch up top, being guarded by Drummond. Down low to Hauser, cutting to the rim. Gets chased down, blocked by Edgecombe. Derek White picks up the loose ball, though, stealing away from Philly. Shireman an open three, and he finally got one to go down. They give him multiple looks from three-point range wide open. He's going to eventually knock him down. Maxey, the mid-range pull-up jumper, got it to go. And it's 61-43. Drummond did hit one of his free throws, so it's only 11. Here comes Derek White coming to his left off the screen. They get over to Vooch. Vooch, pass fake, gets it out to Derek White. Cross-court pass, Hauser, an open three as well. Hauser can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Edgecombe chases it down, and now he's bringing it down right side of the court. Edgecombe directing traffic, get it over to Oubre. Oubre gets it over to Barlow, back to Oubre. Oubre driving down to his right, trying to bully his way into the paint. Little pull-up jumper, way off, can't get it to go. He threw up a brick. Here comes Derek White bringing it down the other way. Approaching the 6-minute mark here. White up top, coming to his left off the screen. Pass fake, spins, tries to get it out to Vooch. Barlow jumps the passing lane. He's going to get it easy, slam the other way, knocking it to 9. 65-74. 10 turnovers for Boston here. Brown driving it down, leaves it off for Vooch on the pick and pop three. He's open, and he got it to go down. And they call it a long two? What is going on with the long twos today? Unless they have the score wrong up there, I'll just mimic what they have up there, I guess. Pretty sure that was a 3, though. They try to hit Maxey, come back door. The bad pass from Barlow. Here comes Derek White, and the Celtics after picking it off. Brown now in the lane, pulls it out, picked up by Edgecombe. Backing him down. Backing him down. They show 2. They kick it out to Derek White, a 3. Rattles in, and it stays in for Derek White. And that one was definitely a 3. So it's 65-80. And just like that, Up to 15 it goes. And it looks like Philly's going to start petering out here as Maxey is really struggling to even get the ball in his hands right now. Philly's not even looking to get it to him. Barlow, Euro steps down the lane, gets the layup and the foul. Hold on. Maybe not entirely dead out of the water yet. Suns Jen said that's perfect. Westbrook can pull a Greg Anthony. So Westbrook wearing a crazy outfit. Westbrook was in the street clothes ready to fight a rookie. What? What are these statements? What? What happened with Westbrook? Robot Eater said Shireman is worth his weight in gold. He's been fantastic tonight, just with his effort and his energy. Barlow misses the free throw. Hugo Gonzalez with the rebound. Here comes Peyton Pritchard. Robot Eater said Philly needs to take out Oubre for a bit. He's doing absolutely nothing out there. Not a single thing, Robot Eater. Oubre has been disastrous tonight, offensively and defensively. Vucevic on the pick and pop straightaway three, can't get it to go. Barlow with the rebound. Here comes Maxey pushing the pace the other way. Maxey, full head of steam, down to his right, kicks out to Edgecombe for an open right wing three. Edgecombe knocks it down, and it's back to 10. Not out of it. Every time it's felt like the Sixers wanted to, or the Celtics wanted to push the lead and extend it closer to 20, Sixers have found a way to respond, but they can't get it closer to about 8, right? Jaylen Brown down the lane, looking for the contact, can't get it. Maxey shot out of a cannon all the way to the other way and gets the layup to go. Maxey also wanted the foul, he didn't get it, and it's back to 8. It's back to 8. And a timeout from Boston. Philly doing a great job of staying alive and fighting back. I also, the Celtics doing a terrible job of trying to put the Celtics out of their misery tonight. It's been a miserable performance from a lot of Celtics. Maxey now up to 21 points on 22 shot attempts, but he's up to 27 for 22, which is bad, but not as horrific as it was before. He's getting there. Made his last 2 shots. Robot Eater said, I'm just glad Vooch is taking more shots. Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to work him into the rotation, I think, a little bit better than they have, right? A little bit better. Robot Eater said, Rookie of the Year, Edgecombe. There's just, unfortunately, he is drafted in a draft class that also has Con Knipple and Cooper Fleck. Unfortunately for VJ Edgecombe. Robot Eater said, I don't know what Jaylen Brown was thinking, taking on 2 defenders with 2 inches of space. You can definitely get into that mode every now and again of just bullheaded, I'm getting my shot in this moment kind of situations. And sometimes if you bring a second defender, he still has it in his mind. It's like, well, I'm taking the shot. Also, let's pull this out of here now. Also, what's going on with this? Why is this like this? Just that's VJ will be 4th in Rookie of the Year voting? Who are the 3 above him? I know Flag. I know Knipple. Who's above VJ Edgecombe? Who's 3rd? Daniel Dash said he was Rookie of the Year after 1 game versus Boston on opening night. He did kill him on opening night. What is he up to tonight? He's got 17 tonight, so he's still hooping on Boston. He's still hooping on him. You're walking out said, if 76ers win, I can buy a new house. I'm rooting for you, brother. I'm rooting for you. I'm still perplexed. Who is the 3rd? Mo Diawara? Dylan Harper's not 3rd. He's not even close to 3rd. He might be 4th or 5th or whatever. Like, we could quibble about that. He is not having a better season than VJ Edgecombe. Not even close. Not even close. He might have a better career, sure. We could talk about that. But he's not having a singular better rookie season than VJ Edgecombe. Not even close, brother. Christian Blaze said Dylan Harper maybe, or some Houston rookie. Houston? Does Houston have a rookie? I don't think Houston has a rookie that they play. Robot Eater said, Knipple has been going insane. He's already breaking records. Yeah, he's breaking records. Ace? I can't even tell you one thing Ace Bailey's done this year outside of just be solid every now and again. Ace, he's not even going to be in the top 5. Ace, solid. Good potential. He's not better than VJ Edgecombe. All right, here we go. We're back into it. 8-point game. Celtics have the ball. Can the 76ers actually come back and make this interesting? As Jaylen Brown says no, as he cuts through the rim and gets the layup against Bona and Barlow there. Putting it back up to 10. Maxey gets it over to Bona, who's finally subbed back in. They get over to Grimes. They're going to need somebody like Grimes to get unlocked here to make this interesting. Edgecombe pump fakes against Gonzalez to get it into Bona. Bona kicks it back out to Edgecombe. He's going to line up the 3. Looks like he rushed it a little bit. Comes up short. Here comes Pritchard bringing it down the other way, being picked up by Grimes. Pritchard up top, dancing with it, steps back 3 over Grimes, well contested. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Bonus guys for the rebound. And here comes Maxey. Maxey has it up top, being guarded by Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a good defender for a rookie. Pull up 3 for Maxey. He's got space, and he continues to misfire and be terrible tonight. Vucevic with the rebound to get over to Pritchard. Pritchard bringing it down the other way. 3:20 to go. Pritchard has it up top, being guarded by Edgecombe. Pulls it out, spins, gets it over to Walsh. Back up top to Pritchard. Pritchard gets it over to Brown. Brown being guarded by Barlow, blows right past him. They kick it out to Jordan Walsh. A left corner 3, well contested from Maxey. Looks like Maxey got a piece of it. He threw up the air ball. Barlow hit ahead to Grimes. Grimes can't get the dunk to go. But a blocking foul on Hugo Gonzalez out by the half-court line as he tried to draw the charge on Barlow. And Gonzalez can't believe it. Can't believe the call. I was too busy following the path of the ball as he threw the hit-ahead pass. I did see the collision. Isaiah Gardner said 76ers suck. They're in the bonus, so Barlow's at the foul line for 2. So what could have ended up being a turnover now turns out to be a bad foul from Gonzalez. USA said Tatum coming back soon. Hope he's a bench player. Yeah, I could see it. Maybe. But I highly doubt they're going to bring the perennial first-team All-NBA player off the bench. I just doubt it. Just doubt it. I think if Tatum's coming off the bench, I think why come back at that point? Just stay out until you're ready to come back into your starting role. B.V. Marley said he wouldn't start in the Celtics. Daniel Dasher, Derek Queen is maybe his third. Derek Queen has had some really fun highlights and has shown some nice potential, but he has not had an overall good rookie season. Well, he's had a good rookie season. He hasn't had he's just not been good enough. I'm going to be real with you. He's just not been good enough. He had a really nice outing when he finally got inserted to the starting lineup. Vucevic, a left corner 3, can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball rebound. Gonzalez picks it up. But he has not been consistently good this year for the Pelicans at all. Brown gets into the lane, knocks down the lefty layup over Barlow. Nice aggressive move. It's 74-84. They get it up top to Barlow. Quickly attacking to his right, spins to his left down low, flips it up to the left hand, can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball, and a foul. Foul on who? Foul on the Barlow floater attempt. Interesting. So Barlow's at the foul line for 2. And it's still a 10-point game. Can get it back to 8. Mindset John said, Knipple is my choice for Rookie of the Year vote. Chevy, what do you think? It's not a bad choice at all. Not a bad choice at all. I prefer Cooper Flagg, but Cooper Flagg might not hit the 65 game minimum game rule. And also, Cooper Flagg might just, Con Knipple might just be outplaying Cooper Flagg right now. I think Cooper Flagg has had it majority of the season, but the way Con Knipple has been playing as of late and how good the Hornets have been, he might sneak in and steal it. Could go either way. I could see either guy winning it for sure. I don't think it's definitely Cooper Flagg. I would lean Cooper Flagg. Maybe that's a bias because he was the number 1 overall pick, and I do think he's the better player, but I think Knipple maybe has had the better season. Pritchard has it up top after Barlow split the free throw, so it's 75-84. Pritchard coming to his left off the screen to get over to Brown up top. Brown being guarded by Grimes, attacking to his left. Stop, fall away jumper off the one leg. Got it to go for Jaylen Brown. He's just been so excellent at those mid-range fall away jumpers. Here comes Trendon Wofford. Wofford gets it over to Barlow, hands it off to Maxey. Maxey coming to his right, pulls it out. It's being guarded by Jaylen Brown. Maxey directing traffic. Wants to get the screen from Barlow. Trying to involve Vucevic. He goes right at him, throws up the floater. Got it to go for Maxey. Not sure why we aren't attacking Vucevic as much as possible with Tyrese Maxey's speed. But that time they did. Maxey up to 23 points. He's got 10 this quarter, but he's still 8 for 24 from the field. 33%. And an off-ball foul on Barlow as he got tied up with Vucevic coming off the screen. Kevin said, Flag has too many missed games. Yeah, I get that. Knipple got that joint lock just by how efficient he is. Very fair. Very fair. Cooper Flag has missed a lot of games. But he is the better overall player. And I do think overall, outside of the missed games, he is having the better season to Knipple. But the games missed is going to kill him, right? Knipple is consistently out there every single night. He's helping his team win basketball games. And it's just going to be the deciding factor for sure. Bona comes up with the chase down block on Jaylen Brown going to the rim. Gets knocked out of bounds. It's still going to be the Celtics' ball. But they only have 0.6 on the clock to shoot. Great effort from Ndem Bona. It's almost as if he should have been playing a little bit more tonight. Right? It's a 9-point game. They have 0.6 on the clock. Brown gets it into Vooch, who flips it up at the rim, comes up short, battle for the loose ball, and Brown ends up with it. A back-breaking possession there for the 76ers. Played excellent defense there and still can't get the possession. They swing it out. Pritchard, a deep left wing three. Can't get it to go. That would have broke my spirit. Maxey cross-court pass, a three for Quinn Grimes, and there you go, Q Dot. Gets it to a 6-point game and a timeout for the Celtics. Or is it? No, it's not a timeout. Celtics bringing it down. But it's a 6-point game. Philly refuses to go away. It still feels like Boston is dominating this game, but it's close. Pritchard bringing it down. 50 seconds to go. Pritchard has it up top, being guarded by Grimes. Coming to his left off the Vooch screen. Pocket pass to Vooch. Vooch has it up top. Gets it over to Jaylen Brown. It's being guarded by Bona. Bona in the stands. Can he stay in front of him? Brown dancing with it. Step back three over Bona. Well contested. Comes up short. Long rebound. Right back to Brown. Brown will pull it out. They swing it out to Hugo Gonzalez attacking. They kick it out. Pritchard. Pritchard ran off the line by Bona in the paint. Stops. Kicks it out. Jordan Walsh to three. I think they'll live with that. Rattles in and out and goes back in. And maybe you'll live with that, but you might die by as Jordan Walsh knocks down that right wing three, his second of the game. And I forgot to give them the 3 points before. It's 80-89 now. Still a 9-point game. They did get it down to 6, though, making a little bit of progress. Can they get it back to 6? 5 seconds to go. They show double team to Maxey. Out to Wofford. Back to Maxey. Jab step, left wing three, a deep one. Maxey got it to go. It's back to 6. And if Tyrese Maxey can get hot in this fourth quarter, Philly might be able to steal this one here in TD Arena. Jaylen Brown, the home run pass to nobody. And it's out of bounds going to the 76ers, and a terrible pass from Jaylen Brown is going to give the ball back to the Sixers under their own basket. And they have 2.2 seconds on the clock. More than enough time to get a basket here. Nimi Cade is going to come back into the game. Ronald, what's up, Ron? Mindset John said, that's our championship team you're wearing, Chev. Looks good on you. Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir. We had to make sure we repped. We had to make sure we rep today as the Knicks picked up another solid victory over the Spurs, our second of the season. In a dominant performance. Maxey throws it inbounds to Drummond. Heaves it up there at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. It was decently close. It was a good attempt from Andre Drummond, but that'll be the end of the third quarter. It's 89-83, and it's been an absolute disastrous night for Tyrese Maxey. He is 9 for 25 from the field. Keep shooting them shots, Maxey. You might as well. No Joel Embiid, no Paul George. Get them shots up there. He has been having a terrible shooting night, but up to 26 points, 6 assists. He's still out there heaving them up there, and he's got his team within 6. Can't even knock him for it. I think the Celtics, I'm going to put some blame on the Celtics here. The 76ers have given them multiple opportunities. I mean, look at the shooting numbers. They have given as a matter of fact, let's look at the team stats before we start the fourth quarter here. Isaiah Gardner said, come on, Maxey, take us home. Take us home, Maxey. Let's look at the team stats. So overall, the 76ers are 29-66, and the Celtics are 31-71. They've taken 5 more shots. They're winning the possession battle, which is usually a good sign. They're both shooting the same exact percentage, 44%. 29 made shots to 31 made shots. Three-point shooting, 10-22, 12 of 36. They've taken 14 more threes and have only made 2 more. That's not a very good sign. 33% from three-point range for the Celtics. We talked about it at halftime. The Celtics could absolutely wind up shooting themselves out of the game. We've seen them do that before. Part of the reason why they lost that second-round matchup to the Knicks last year. Could absolutely happen. 76ers are taking 20 free throw attempts. The Celtics have taken 16. Rebounds, 27 of 43. The Celtics dominating the rebounding battle. And yet, they've only taken 5 more shots? Wow. 14 offensive rebounds to 6. If the Celtics end up losing this game, I think it'll be a disastrous loss. 11 turnovers to 6. Not good for the Celtics. Points in the paint, 32 to 34. These numbers are not backing up the Celtics winning this game, I'll tell you that. The 76ers have led for 30% of the game, most of it coming in the first quarter. And the Celtics have led pretty much the rest of the way, 63% of the way. Largest lead for the 76ers was 10, again, early in the first quarter. Largest lead for the Celtics was 16 early, I think in this third quarter, right? Yeah, early in this third quarter. They knocked down 2 threes to start out the second quarter to put them up by 16. Kevin Heath said, I'm out of here. Got to get back to the field, but hey, I'm a BFA villain. Appreciate you. Send my G all the way from Baltimore. Appreciate you, Kevin. Appreciate you. Have a good night, brother. Have a good night. Have a good rest of your day. Good night, wherever you are. Appreciate you, big dog, for hanging out with us. And I hope to see you on the next one. This is not adding up for a Celtics victory, I tell you that. It's not a good look. Mindset John said, you're a real representative when it's related to the Knicks. Go ahead, Chevy. Appreciate you, Mindset John. Appreciate you. Just got to rip our guys after a nice, strong victory today, right? Might as well. This is our third coverage today. As far as tomorrow's schedule, we have Celtics, Bucks, Nuggets, Jazz, Clippers, Warriors. Probably going to end up doing Celtics, Bucks. Doesn't seem like a great matchup. Not good matchups tomorrow. We might take tomorrow off. We might end up taking tomorrow off. Who knows? I'll think about it. Maybe we'll just do Celtics, Bucks, but that's not a good game. All right, start of the fourth quarter here. 76ers come out with a missed shot, and now Derek White has it up top. Attacking to his right. Picks up his handle. Takes it out to Pritchard. Pritchard up top being guarded by Edgecombe. Attacking to his left, down the lane. Step back, kicks it out to Derek White. A deep left wing 3. Got it to go for Derek White. Grimes has it up top. They swing it out to Wofford. Wofford on the left wing. Being guarded by Derek White. Coming to his right. Inside pass to Bona. Bona hands it off to Maxey. Maxey a wide open left wing 3. Got it to go for Tyrese Maxey. If they can get him loose here. Gets those 3 points right back. Back to 6 it goes. 92 to 86. Pritchard bringing it down. Gets it over to Hauser. Back to Pritchard. Pritchard being guarded by Grimes. Some half-court execution here from the Celtics. They kick it out to Vooch. Pick and pop straight away 3. Way off. Hit the side of the backboard on that one. Doesn't even hit the rim. Maxey secures the rebound and he's bringing it down. Coming to his right. Maxey fakes the handoff. Keeps it. Pulls it all the way back out. Coming to his left off a Watford screen. Driving it down. Euro steps down the lane. Throws up the floater. Can't get it to go. Bona had the rebound but lost it. And Derek White able to pick it up and he's bringing it down the other way. White gets it out to Hauser. Extra pass to Pritchard. Takes the baseline. Goes under the rim, kicks out to Shireman. Deep left corner 3, comes up short. Battle on the glass, and Vucevic able to tip it up and in. Big time tip in by Vooch. Grimes on the left wing. They kick it up top to Edgecombe. Edgecombe directing traffic. He wants to run the pick and roll with Bona. Coming to his left off the Bona screen. A pull-up straightaway 3 for Edgecombe. He got it to go. And it is a 5-point game. Philly chipping away at it, man. They're chipping away at it. Here comes Derek White. Derek White up top being guarded by Edgecombe. White coming to his right. Pulls it out. Swings it out to Vooch. Vooch being guarded by Bona. Hands it off to White. Jab step coming to his left. Pull up 3 for Derek White. Can't get it to go. Edgecombe, Grimes skies for the rebound. Here comes Quentin Grimes. Head of steam, head down, spins in the lane, gets caught in the air and loses the hand on the ball, but he gets fouled, so he's going to the foul line for 2. A wild drive by Grimes, but he gets bailed out by the official. He's got 2 free throws coming up. $9:25 to go here. And I don't even have the box score for you guys. My bad. There we go. They don't give it to him in the act of shooting. Wow, side out of bounds for Philly. They get it into Edgecombe. At least they do get possession back. Edgecombe up top. They get over to Grimes, the straightaway 3, trying to reward him. Way off as he hit the side of the backboard. Responding to the Vooch air ball, Grimes throws up an air ball of himself. Derek White coming to his left, stops, turns, spins, picks up his handle, kicks it out to Shireman. Extra pass to Hauser, ran off the line, attacking to his left. He throws up the floater, he got it to go. Edgecombe coming to his right off the screen, driving it down, kicks it up top to Bona. A Dembona, looking for a handoff option, hands it off to Watford, coming to his right, trying to bully his way down low, stop, turn, inside the Bona against Vooch, loses the handle, picks it up, goes up, can't get the layup to go, looking for a foul call, doesn't get it. Good defense from Vooch, down low against Bona, and Derek White driving it down the other way, hands it off to Vooch, the pick and pop 3, reward the big man, and he rewards his teammate by knocking it down. And it's back up to 10. They cut it to 5, and now the Celtics push it back up to 10. Now they got to put all that work back in and get it back down to single digits. Maxey down the lane, can knock down the scoop layup. Terrible shooting night for Tyrese Maxey. Very makeable shots that he's just missing. Shireman, there's good defensive pressure from the Celtics, don't get me wrong, but these are very makeable shots for an all-star as Maxey pulls down Vooch. Ronald said, this is white knuckle driving, bro. Isaiah Gardner said, if 76ers beat the Celtics, it will be a good Sunday. It would be. It would help the Knicks. It would help the Knicks in the long run. Vooch is up to what? 11 points tonight, 9 rebounds. Really solid minutes for Vooch overall here tonight. 11 and 9 for Big Vooch. Really valuable to have a second big you can go to. Gives you a different look like that. Knocked out of bounds. Drummond comes up limping a little bit. Derek White hits the floor on the turnover. Ball's going to go back to Philly. 7:54 to go. Be safe out there, Ron. Be safe out there. Absolutely. Ronald said first to 100. I mean, that would be the Celtics. We're already sitting with 99. We have our first time out of the fourth quarter here. 8 minutes to go. Captain Massive said, some nights it's like there's a lid on the basket. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And some nights you play the Knicks and you can't miss. Drummond with 10 and 7. Maxey ends up to 29. 10 for 28 from the field. He's got to keep shooting, though. You got to knock some of these down, but you got to keep shooting, right? Can't start slowing down now. Get them shot attempts up there, big dog. Get them shot attempts up there. Thunder up 14 on the Mavs. They're going to be able to pull that one off pretty easily. Look like Alex Caruso is back. Joseph, what's up, Joseph? I return. Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir. One of the things I want to look at is the Knicks schedule coming up. I don't know what game we're going to do tomorrow. We'll figure it out. We'll probably end up doing Celtics Bucks. I'm really not looking forward to it because I don't think the Bucks can match up with the Celtics, but we'll see. We'll see. Well, maybe we'll give it a go. And if it ends up being a blowout, we'll just end the night early. I don't know yet, but there's not a good game on tomorrow, unfortunately. JK Roggs with the JK. Has Maxey been in the whole second half? I don't think so. How many minutes has Maxey played so far? I don't think so. Maxey has played 35 minutes, so I think so, actually. Yeah, he might have been in the entirety of the second half here. Yeah, I can't remember a time when he was out. Maybe. And if he has subbed out, It definitely was only for a couple of minutes here or something. DeMarcus Williams, what's up, DeMarcus? Oubre? What's up with Oubre? Oubre's had a terrible night. He's 2 for 8 from the field for 4 points. It's been bad offensively and defensively. That's why you're seeing very limited minutes of Oubre in the second half here. So the Knicks beat the Spurs today. And coming up, they have Toronto at Toronto. They come back home and play the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are getting healthy. And then they go at Denver on Friday. That's tough. At home versus OKC and then at Denver? Jeez Louise. And then we have our West Coast road trip, so we're going to have some late nights. I mean, we're kind of getting accustomed to it now anyway, but we're going to have some late nights here. Joseph said, I can't wait to face OKC. I could wait a little bit. That's going to be a tough one for sure. So the Celtics use their challenge to get the ball back. Hauser fires a 3. Can't get it to go. And so here comes Philly. So maybe not an overall great challenge there. I mean, they did get a good open look for Hauser. They get over to Edgecombe. Edgecombe tries to get it back out to Maxey, but knocked out of bounds by Shireman. Joseph said OKC is at home, so we should be fine as long as the Knicks played the way they did against the Spurs. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Haven't played OKC this season yet, so they hit Edgecombe cutting back door for a two-handed slam. Back to 8. Back to 8. Derek White gets it over to Pritchard. Pritchard up top. Coming to his left off the Vooch screen. Snaking it back to his right hand, being chased by Edgecombe. Stops. Kicks it out to White. White fires up the contested 3. Throws up an air ball. Fight for the loose ball out of bounds. It's off of, they say it's off of Grimes. It's going to stay here with the Celtics. It was an air ball, so they have 5 seconds to go. They lob it down low to Vooch. Knocked out of the air, knocked out of the air. White picks it up, fall away jumper. Can't get it to go. Vooch knocks the rebound away from Drummond, who has not been very good on the glass today. They get it up top to Pritchard, and they get a fresh 14. Pritchard's going to run the pick and roll with Vooch, coming to his left off the screen. Ball knocked out of his hands. He has to go back to recover it. Step back deep 3 for Pritchard. Well short. Oubre with the rebound. So a couple of defensive stops for the 76ers there, and now Maxey will bring it down with 6:40 to go. We are approaching the half court. At the halfway point of this quarter, Oubre fires a left wing 3. He can't get it to go. A disastrous night for Oubre. Here comes Jaylen Brown driving it down against Oubre, and a foul on Oubre. 6:30 to go. Ronald said, sorry, folks, I am a Celtics diehard. Go OKC, go Nuggets. Appreciate you, Ron. Appreciate you. Yeah, I get the sentiment, brother. I get the sentiment. I'm hoping 76ers find a way to beat the Celtics tonight, so I get it. They get it in the Vooch. Vooch up top. They get it over to Pritchard. It's not looking likely, but I could hope. Brown a pull-up 3 off the screen. Got it to go. A tough back-breaking shot for Jaylen Brown there for the 76ers. Trying to battle their way back, and Brown pushes it back up to 11. Maxey coming to his right off the Drummond screen. Leaning in. Fall away mid-range shot for Maxey. Got it to go for Tyrese Maxey. Back to 9 it goes. Trading baskets here. It is not a way for Philly to chip away at this lead and get into it, as we are now past the halfway point. Time not on their side. Derek White tries to hand it off to Brown. Oubre knocks it off of him, but Brown recovers. Brown dancing with it against Oubre. Kicks it out to Pritchard. Pritchard ran off the line. In the corner to Shireman. A 3 in the left corner. Well short. Fight for the rebound. Drummond actually pulls in the rebound. Almost lost it, but now here comes Maxey. Okay, they got the stop. Can they get the score to match it? Maxey bringing it down. Apply some pressure to the Celtics. Coming to his left off a Drummond screen. A foul by Shireman. Maxey heaved up the 3, and they're going to say it's a foul on the floor for Tyrese Maxey. So we're going to get a timeout here. Maxey gets the foul call. We got 5:30 to go. It's a 9-point game. Boston has led the entirety of the second half here. The closest Philly has gotten is 5 points. But every single time Philadelphia makes a run for it, Boston finds a way to continuously push the lead and extend it further. Cortland Hall said the key to beating the Celtics is limiting them to one shot. Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, limiting any good looks they have from three as well goes a long way. They're going to fire it up from three, whether they're contested or not. We just saw Derek White fire up a contested three and throw up an air ball. Their ethos is we're going to fire it up from three, right? Christian Blaze, Sharman 1 for 8 from three. Whether he's open or not, and he has been open a lot tonight. He's not 1 for 8. He's knocked down 2 threes now. Maybe they ruled one of his made threes a 2. Let me double check that. I thought he made 2 threes today. Captain Mastiff says 76ers going to get a comeback going here. I hope so. I very much hope so. Shireman, yeah, he's 1 for 8 from three. I guess they ruled one of those threes that he hit earlier in the game a long 2 or something. But I could have sworn he knocked down 2 threes. Yeah, they changed it. That sucks for Boston. That sucks for Boston. Ronald said, embarrassing for the Celtics playing so badly against a team without the 2 top players. I love Maxey, though, 100%. Also, Ron, Maxey's not playing well. Maxey has 31 points, but he's 11 for 11 for 29 from the field, 4 for 9 from 3. He is not playing well. Not shooting it well, I should say. He's playing well, but he's not shooting it well at all. And he's kind of their only offensive engine out there. You're letting Edgecombe go off on you. 5 for 8 from three-point range for Edgecombe for 22 points. But Philly has not played well offensively almost at all today, and yet it's a 9-point game. I wouldn't say it's embarrassing. I always think that's too harsh to say of a team. Like, any team can beat any team in any given night, no matter who's out there, right? But the Celtics have had a plethora of opportunities today to extend the lead and kind of put the 76ers out of their misery, but have just not made the requisite amount of plays to pull away, and have just given 76ers opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to get back into this one and keep it close. And now they find themselves locked in a 9-point game with 5:30 to go, and Philly will have the ball. Captain Massive said, I suggest the 76ers used a football play to get into the paint called the tush push. Familiar with that play? I am familiar with that play, unfortunately. Unfortunately, the tush push. Would that work in the NBA? A variant of the tush push, an NBA version of the tush push? I always thought, like, as a kid, when you're learning about sports, I always thought, why wouldn't the tallest, strongest player on the court grab why wouldn't Neemias Queta grab Derek White, and because he doesn't have the ball in his hands, just walk Derek White towards the rim, holding him up, and then Derek White could hold the ball up, and then nobody can get to the ball. Why would we not do that? Edgecombe fires up a 3 up the inbound, throws up an air ball, and it hits the baseline, so the ball is going to go back to the Celtics here. Ronald said, good thing Maxey is off for Celtics anyway. Yeah, if Maxey was having even just a moderately okay night from the field, this would be a close game. If he was having a good night from the field, the 76ers would be winning. Having a bad night, and it's only a 9-point game, which is not great. Edgecombe hits the floor off the Queta screen. Edgecombe wanted the moving screen call. He doesn't get it. Instead, they call an off-ball foul as Queta was rolling to the rim on Drummond, I believe. Or Oubre. Oh, Oubre delivered the cheap shot to Queta. Foong Pei said, I like your combo tactics. That was like my 5-year-old idea. It's like, why would we not do that? The officials are going to the monitors to see if there's anything else to be called here on the play. It was a good, strong screen from Queta on Edgecombe. Oubre came over on the weak side and delivered a forearm shiver to Cato rolling to the rim as a little bit of a get back for knocking his teammate down. Ronald said, watch 76ers take off and embarrass me. Got 5 minutes to go. There's more than enough time. But Philly have been able to get it close, but haven't made the requisite amount of plays to actually get it to a single-digit game or take the lead here in the second half. Celtics have led the entire way. Foon Pei said, I too had considered forming an offensive wall that trudges forward to the rim. Yeah, how come if you're a 7-foot center, why would you not take your teammate, put him on your shoulders, and just walk him to the rim? Right? It's a flagrant foul on Kelly Oubre there. Just Dead reminding people of the like button. Appreciate you, Just Dead. If you guys are enjoying the show so far, hit the like button for our third coverage here tonight. Winding down the time. Christian Blaze said, Celtics have 10 more offensive rebounds than Sixers. We're just not making wide open threes. Yeah. Keeping them in the game. Keeping the Sixers in the game. You should have a 20-plus point victory with Maxey shooting this poorly. And no Joel Embiid, no Paul George. So Cade is at the foul line for 2 free throws on the flagrant foul. He knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. Keita misses the second free throw. Keita has 19 and 14 after a dominant first half. A little quiet here in the second half. A little bit. Daniel Dad said, have a good rest, Chevy. By the way, are you covering any matches tomorrow? I don't know yet. I'm leaning towards no, but maybe we'll just give it a go, and if it ends up being a bad game, maybe we end the night early. Who knows? Grimes guarding Pritchard as Pritchard was going to the rim. Grimes is arguing that it was knocked out of bounds off of Pritchard. They initially ruled it the Celtics ball. Now they're going to give it back to Philly as Pritchard just dribbled it off his own leg. Ronald said, sometimes I am a prophet of doom. Don't listen to me. All right, here we go. 10-point game, 103-93. 5 minutes to go. What kind of surprises do the 76ers have? Do they have any surprises? Drummond has it up top, hits the backdoor pass to Grimes, saves it from going out of bounds out to Edgecombe. Edgecombe back to Grimes, swings through to his right, pulls it back, step back, mid-range jumper, knocks it down. I was about to say, terrible shot from Grimes, just take the baseline. But he knocks down the jumper, so you take it. Here comes Derek White, has it up top, being guarded by Edgecombe. White coming to his left off a Jaylen Brown screen. White on the left wing being guarded by Oubre. They get it over to Brown, an offensive foul, and Jaylen Brown pushing off on Edgecombe. Ball back to the Sixers. And Edgecombe gives a sarcastic yay to his bench, like, yay, I got a call. Cortland Hall said Grimes needs to heat up. Somebody needs to heat up. Edgecombe, Grimes, Oubre, Maxey, literally anybody. Literally anybody would help. Maxey has it up top being guarded by Shireman. Coming to his left off the Drummond screen, swings through down the lane, scoop play with the right hand. Maxey got it to go against Keita. It is a 6-point game. 103-97. 4 minutes to go. They get it over to Brown, attacking to his left, hands it off to Shireman. Shireman gets it out to Keita. Keita trying to get it to Derek White. They do. He's being guarded by Edgecombe. Derek White coming to his left, picks up his handle. Gets it over to Brown, being guarded by Oubre. Brown, jab step, fall away mid-range shot. Too strong, can't get it to go. Good box out and rebound from Andre Drummond. Here comes Tyrese Maxey. It is a 6-point game. Maxey can cut it to 3 or 4 here. Maxey on the pull-up 3, going for it. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Edgecombe hustling for the rebound, knocks it off of Hauser. What hustle from VJ Edgecombe, who knocked the ball loose and then saved it behind his back, throws it off of Hauser. It's going to stay with Philly as he dives into the crowd. What hustle and effort from VJ. Daniel Dash said, who are the Wizards playing? Right now or tomorrow? We get a timeout here. I wonder if there's a challenge coming from the Celtics. It definitely looked like maybe he was out of bounds on the dive, which would be unfortunate because that was a great effort. But who are the Wizards playing? The Wizards are not playing today. As far as tomorrow, I do know they're playing tomorrow. They're playing the Rockets, I believe, which would not be looking forward to that matchup. Captain Master said, I don't really have a horse in this race, though. I don't either. I mean, I guess it would be better for my Knicks for the 76ers to win, but I'm just looking for a good game, looking for a good ending. The score tomorrow. I mean, the slate tomorrow. Rockets Wizards at 7. Celtics Bucks at 7:30. I guess this is the best matchup tomorrow. I guess. We just watched the Celtics game today. Do we want to watch another Celtics game tomorrow against a bad team in the Bucks? Right? Like, tomorrow is a really bad NBA slate, man. We might take tomorrow off. We might end up taking tomorrow off. Unfortunately. Daniel Dash said, Houston versus Washington could be a blowout, like Rockets versus Jazz. Yeah. I mean, this could be a blowout. I mean, this should be a blowout. This should be a blowout. This should be a blowout. And then Clippers Warriors at 10 p.m. So what are we watching tomorrow? You know what I mean? Like, this is a really bad NBA slate tomorrow. Son Jen said, she said, I'm courtside Levy B. Yeah, so Edgecombe dove in the crowd. And in diving to the crowd, dove over the front row of the crowd to not dive into this woman who's sitting in the crowd, but in doing so, inadvertently, as he lands, kicks her in the face. So everybody's okay. Edgecombe gives her a hug, apologizes, and she's going to stay. She's going to stay in her seat. She's good. Daniel Dash said, is that too late for you? It's not about being late. It's just, is this really a matchup we want to stay up for? Like, I'm down to stay up for late matchups. It's just, Clippers are a 500 team and the Warriors are a 500 team. Are we staying up for 500 basketball? Daniel Dash said, Bucks versus Celtics is fine with me. We'll probably go live for Bucks Celtics. If it ends up being a bad game, we'll probably end it early. But we'll see. Maybe the Bucks got some fight in them. Cam Thomas, welcome to the stage. I just don't trust the Bucks against the defense of the Celtics, right? Don't trust it. Joe said, please do Bucks Celtics. I want to see if the Celtics lose tomorrow. Bucks are 8-2 in their last 10. They're not 8-2 in their last 10 because they were 8-2 in their last 10 playing the Knicks before the Knicks beat them. Then they also lost another game after that. Did they play today? Yeah, they played today. Then they lost to the Bulls. They got smoked by the Bulls, 120-97. So do we think that's going to be a good game between the Bucks and the Celtics? Because I don't. Because they got smoked by the Knicks and they got smoked by the Bulls. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's even worth all the work that goes into setting it up. You know what I mean? Unsuccessful challenge by the 76ers. By the Celtics challenging the inbound play from Edgecombe. Unsuccessful challenge. Celtics lose a timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining now. And the ball will go to the 76ers because Edgecombe was able to save it off of Hauser's leg. Maxey up top, spins off of Drummond down the lane, throws up the floater at the foul line, can't get it to go, bat on the glass for the rebound, ball's knocked loose, Maxey picks it up, step back 3 over Keita, gets blocked by Keita, Drummond the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Edgecombe. What a save. Edgecombe pulls it out, coming to his left at the high Drummond screen, coming to his left, has to heave it up there with the shot clock expiring, And it looks like Queta got a block and Derek White able to clean it up. Some heaves there from the 76ers. Don't love that offense. They swing it out to Brown, down low to Queta. Queta spins, half spin again, down low because the ball knocked out of his hands. He's able to pick it up, goes up with the foul, and one for Neemias Queta. That might be a full-time backbreaker. For the 76ers here. Queta will go to the foul line for one more. If you're Edgecombe there and you got your hand caught in the cookie jar already, no need to try and pull your hands back. They're already going to call the foul. You might as well just wrap them up. Just wrap them up. You're not in the bonus yet. He can knock down the N1 free throw. Drummond secures the rebound. Now here comes Maxey. Maxey coming to his right to get over to Edgecombe. He tacks it on the run down the lane. Can't get the layup to go, but a foul on Queta will send Edgecombe to the foul line for two with 2:46 to go. They're down by 8. Down by 8. Daniel Dash said Pritchard has 0 points. Does he have 0 points? Is Pritchard in the game? Pritchard is not in the game. Pritchard has 0 points. 0 for 4 from 3. 0 for 4 from the field. 3 boards, 5 assists for Pritchard, though. 2 turnovers and a steal. He is a +7. Whatever that means. Edgecombe misses a free throw. Can't be missing free throws in this situation. George said, Sixers lose the game. They're on the verge. They're on the verge. 8-point lead for the Celtics. Pat Feltz, what's up, Pat? What's the score? 98-105. Celtics up by 7 after Edgecombe knocked down that second free throw. Derek White walking it down. 2:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. They get over to Jaylen Brown, over to Queta cutting to the rim. He gets tripped up in a foul. Foul on the floor. Daniel Dash said, didn't he have 40 points last week? I don't know if it was 40 points. I know he had a 30-point outing. But yeah, he has been playing well off the bench as of late. He's got an 0 for today. Are they saying he's in the act of shooting? Because I definitely didn't see that. He definitely didn't see that. But Queta's at the foul line for 2, unless they're in the bonus now, because he knocks down the free throw. He's got another one coming. Neemias Queta. He's up to 22 points. Queta knocks down both free throws this time. Back up to 9 it goes. Maxey bringing it down against Shireman. Hands it off to Grimes. Over to Edgecombe. Edgecombe coming to his left, off the Drummond screen, in the mid-range. Pull-up jumper, comes up short, can't get it to go. Edgecombe steals the rebound from White. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Celtics, though. They're going to use a challenge here, and that looks like it's off of Edgecombe. That looks like it's off of Edgecombe. 76ers using their challenge here. You kind of have to value every possession at this point, down 9 with 2:30 to go, or 2:20 to go. Right? You don't have a ton of opportunities here. Daniel Dash said probs just matchups. Only has 4 shots, too. Yeah, only has 4 shots. Didn't knock any of them down. Didn't really have a ton of momentum. Not a great matchup for him, because who do you put him on defensively? With how quick the perimeter players of Philadelphia are, or how big their wings are. So they're either small and quick, and Pritchard can't really keep up with them, or they're big and strong, and Pritchard can't really match up with them in the physicality department. So it makes sense. It's not really a matchup for him here tonight. Just that said, I get free tickets and probably still won't go. Free tickets to what, brother? So the call here. Yeah, that's off of VJ Edgecombe. I get the challenge. It wasn't a great challenge. It definitely looked like it was off of Edgecombe in the moment. The replay confirms it is off of Edgecombe. Unsuccessful challenge from Philadelphia. The ball will go back to the Celtics here. Captain Masses said, too little, too late. Looks like bar a miracle comeback here, just saying. Oh, for sure. For sure. It's going to have to be close to a miracle comeback here if the 76ers want to pull this off. Can it happen? It can. Will it happen? It's unlikely. But there's 2:20 to go. There's more than enough time for a miracle to happen. Daniel Dad said free tickets to Houston versus Washington? Crazy. You should take advantage of any opportunities you have. If you can go to a basketball game, to go to a basketball game before that team gets good and the prices become too expensive to go to. Brown down the lane, they swing it out to Hauser, extra pass over to Derek White, sidestep, wide open three for Derek White. Off the side of the rim, can't get it to go, but Sharman with the rebound. Over to Hauser, kicks it out to White. Derek White up top, coming to his left. Has it on the left wing, gets caught in the air, saves it out to Brown. Brown a three, can't get that one to go. Fight for the loose ball rebound, knocked into the air. Queta picks it up, Sharman knocking it into the air, and Neemias Queta able to clean it up. And it's up to 11 with under 2 to go, and this one looks like it's winding down. The sun is setting for the 76ers here. The sun is setting on the 76ers. Edgecombe stops, turns, spins again. Fall away push shot. Can't get it to go. Brown with the rebound. And that might do it. They need a score on almost every possession at this point, and they need to start stacking up stops. They are not doing either. Brown up top, attacking to his right, blowing past Maxey. Kicks it out to Sharman. Sharman swings through to his left, down the lane, leaves it off inside to Queta, throws up the floater, gets his own offensive rebound, gets the putback. Neemias Queta, 27 and 17 tonight, dominating the inside against the 76ers today. Boy, oh boy, did they miss Joel Embiid. A pull-up three for Maxey, comes up short, and this game is over. And Derek White will bring it down. Woo. Kate Hazy said, that's it. Game is done. The goose is cooked. The sun is setting almost entirely down. We're under a minute to go, and we should be wrapping it up soon. Shireman, a wide open left corner three, and that's going to do it. Shireman finally knocks down an open one, now 2 for 9 from three-point range after the night that he had 1 for 8 previously. Before that made 3. That one is a dagger of all daggers. Edgecombe will fire it up, and he's going to miss it, and that's going to do it. They will dribble out the clock. 114-98 is going to be the final score. And with that being said, that will wrap up our full night of basketball. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for all what feels, I think, is going to wind up being close to 9 hours. Yeah, this is almost a 3-hour stream here again. So that's 6 hours for our first stream, and then another 2.5. So 8.5 hours we were live here today, covering the full Sunday slate of basketball. I like this kind of tradition we're building here for a full Sunday slate of basketball. I love it. As long as we continue to have good games, I will continue to cover as many good games as we can. As far as tomorrow's schedule goes, I don't think we're going to do any of those games. They are not good games. I don't really want to waste anybody's time, including my time, for all of the time it takes to set up for a stream and then do the stream and then wind down and take everything apart for the stream. Because, green screen's got to go away, lights got to go off, computer has to be cleaned up, and then the area behind me, the dressing room, has to be cleaned up as well. So ultimately, I'm looking at like 4 hours, actually the setup, so like 4.5 hours of work just to do a stream for the Celtics to take on the Bucks. It just doesn't really seem like a good game to do. And I don't really want to force it if it's not there. So I think we might take tomorrow off as well, unfortunately. But I'm not going to feel too bad about it because we did get 3 games in today, right? We got 3 games in. So if you guys are missing me tomorrow, tune back into one of these games that we covered today. Unfortunately, I don't have control over the schedule, and tomorrow is a bad slate of games. The Knicks will be back on Tuesday. They play the Toronto Raptors, 7:30 start time, so we got that. Daniel Dash at RIC on Tuesday or Wednesday in Australia. Appreciate you, Daniel. Appreciate you. Sons Jen with a very generous super chat. My goodness. Appreciate you, Sons Jen. Appreciate you. He said, tip the host of great service. Thank you. Appreciate you, Sons Jen. Appreciate you. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but I could hear it myself. My voice is starting to go just a little bit. I'll be fine. Not too big of a deal. We'll be all right. We'll keep it moving. We'll drink some tea in the morning. We'll be all right. Tuesday, we got some good games. Unfortunately, with the Knicks tipping off at 7:30, I don't think we could cover any other games. Any late games good? Got Suns Kings. Not a good game. But we do have a couple of good games outside of the Knicks. You got Spurs 76ers. You have Pistons, Cavs again with Harden back. So that should be a good matchup. Probably still no Donovan Mitchell. Hopefully he plays. Who knows? We'll check it. But then we also have, there was a Thunder game, right? Thunderbolts, not a good one. But that's going to wrap it up then. So, again, as always, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for all the super chats. Sons Jen, incredibly generous of you, brother. Thank you. We also had Angel A1 Roman earlier. We had Niall Dimitri earlier with the super chat. So I appreciate you guys. And thank you to all of the channel members, whether you were gifted a membership or you decided to become a member on your own volition. I appreciate you nonetheless for all of the support. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. We will do it all over again, not tomorrow, but definitely on Tuesday when the Knicks return against the Raptors at Toronto. So it'll be a tough game. With that being said, remember to brush teeth before bed, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.